Chapter 3807. Jinshan District. Charlene's neighborhood. At night, Lin Fei couldn't see anything. When it was daytime, he realized that this neighborhood was very ordinary. Compared to the surrounding neighborhoods, there was really nothing comparable. After leaving the district, Lin Fei walked around casually. 6 years had passed, and his impression of many places had changed, becoming unfamiliar. For a moment, Lin Fei suspected that he had come to the wrong place. I still need to adjust my mentality. After all, this is China. Lin Fei withdrew his gaze. The environment here is too bad. There is almost no reiki of heaven and earth. In the past, he might not have felt anything. But now, Lin Fei's status was different, and so was his vision. Earth was really a very ordinary world. Shaking his head, Lin Fei continued walking. Unknowingly, he had arrived at a park. The heaven and earth spiritual chi here is not bad. Lin Fei didn't say where he was going. He was just walking around aimlessly. He didn't expect to come to this park. This park was not small, and there were traces of heaven and earth spiritual chi drifting in the air. Of course, to Lin Fei, this heaven and earth spiritual chi was not attractive at all. Using it to heal his injuries was like trying to put out a cart of firewood with a cup of water. Since he was already here, Lin Fei decided to take a look around. In the park, there was a large lake, and around the lake were trees. This place is really not bad. It's just that the heaven and earth spiritual energy is lacking. Lin Fei smiled. He didn't absorb the heaven and earth spiritual chi here. His infinite God body was on the verge of collapse. It would take a long time for him to recover. Unless he encountered some heavenly treasures. Lin Fei wasn't in a hurry. After all, he really didn't care about anything with his current strength. Even if the river of space-time collapsed and his infinite divine body was severely injured to the point of collapse. If someone wanted to deal with him, no matter how many came, they would all die. Interesting, there are actually people practicing martial arts here. Coming out of the woods by the lake, Lin Fei saw a young girl practicing martial arts in the woods by the lake. With just one glance, Lin Fei could tell that this girl had a good foundation. In his lifetime, he should become a good player. As for higher realms, it was almost impossible. With the restriction of the spiritual chi of heaven and earth, he would never be able to make any progress in his life. Sigh. Lin Fei sighed softly. No one knew better than him that the spiritual energy on earth was thin. To any martial artist, it would be a nightmare. There was no way forward. You're an interesting young man. After Lin Fei sighed, an old voice sounded in Lin Fei's ears. Unbeknownst to him, an old man in his 60s had appeared beside him. Lin Fei casually glanced at him and found that this old man was also a martial artist. Although he looked to be in his 60s, his strength was extraordinary. What can I do for you? Lin Fei did not speak politely just because the other party was an old man. He had been doing as he pleased for a long time, and it wouldn't change just because of an old man. Chen Mingshan was originally accompanying his daughter to practice martial arts when he inadvertently saw a young man. At first glance, he could tell that the other party was not ordinary. Although he didn't look young, his physical fitness was too good. As a martial artist, Chen Mingshan still had a certain level of insight. I'm from the Qin Family Martial Arts Dojo. Chen Mingshan smiled. I see that your physical fitness isn't bad. I wonder if you're interested in learning martial arts at our Qin Family Martial Arts Dojo. Chen Mingshan rarely took the initiative to recruit people. But today this young man was too extraordinary. Although he looked unremarkable, every step he took carried a trace of majesty. A normal person might not be able to see it, but to a martial artist, he was like the sun in the night. If it wasn't for the fact that he didn't have a trace of martial arts on him, Chen Mingshan would have suspected that he was a martial artist. This was the 21st century. Martial arts training had long since lost its former glory. Taekwondo, karate, and judo were constantly taking over martial artists' territory. As a result, the martial artists' circle was extremely small. The appearance of a good seedling was enough to move the hearts of martial artists. You want me to learn martial arts? Lin Fei smiled. Right, learn martial arts. Qin Mingshan nodded. Your physical fitness is very good. It would be a pity if you don't learn martial art. Although you started late, with this old man's personal guidance, it may be difficult to enter the dark realm, but becoming an expert in the light gene realm shouldn't be a problem. Lin Fei also had nothing better to do. Hearing this, he couldn't help but be curious. There's also a difference in realms. Qin Mingshan saw that he had attracted the other party's attention, smiled and said, Of course, we martial artists naturally have a realm. According to a long time ago, it was qi cultivation, but now, in our martial arts circle, it is more detailed. After saying all this, Qin Mingshan's mouth was dry. For a good seedling, it was worth it. The young man in front of him had a good quality that even surprised Qin Mingshan. If he was willing to join the Qin family martial arts dojo, with a bit of training, he would be able to pull in an expert for the dojo. Today was different from the past. Having a powerful light gene expert was already very good. Who would dare to be picky? Young man, what do you think? Qin Mingshan smiled. He believed that as a modern person, who didn't have the dream of becoming a martial arts expert, normal people don't have this chance. Lin Fei smiled. Forget it, I have no interest in learning martial arts. Rejected. Qin Mingshan was in disbelief. One must know that if today's matter were to spread in the martial arts circle, who knows how many people would want to take him as their master. But now, this young man actually rejected. You, how could you refuse? Lin Fei said lightly, Why can't I refuse? Don't tell me learning martial arts can make you immortal? If it was possible, old man, your body wouldn't have any internal injuries left behind. Smelly brat, how can you speak to my grandfather like that? With a shout, a cold wind blew. No, it should be called a fragrant wind. Shanshan, who allowed you to make a move? Qin Mingshan anxiously reached out to grab, but he was still a step too late. Brat, quickly lie down. Lin Fei casually stretched out his hand, opened his fingers, and grabbed the other party's ankle. Just like that, he held it in the air and looked at her indifferently. You're a girl. Learning martial arts is not for you to bully others. Splash. A figure streaked across, falling into the lake not far away, splashing water everywhere. Shanshan. Qin Mingshan's eyes widened, unable to believe the scene in front of him. His granddaughter's attack was easily blocked by the opponent, and the strength of that kick was at least 200 to 300 gene. Not only that, the opponent easily threw his granddaughter into the lake. The distance between them was almost 70 to 80 gene. Qin Mingshan didn't have time to do anything. He immediately went to pull his granddaughter up. By the time they reached the shore, that young man was nowhere to be seen. Chapter 3808. Grandpa, why didn't you do anything? That guy bullied me. Look, I'm soaked. Qin Shanshan was soaked from head to toe. She was in a sorry state. She stomped her feet and was about to cry. She didn't expect that she would be thrown into the lake just because she wanted to teach that guy a lesson. Qin Shanshan was a great beauty. Didn't you see it? She had a pair of long legs that were almost as long and straight as a compass. Therefore, Qin Shanshan practiced a powerful leg technique that increased the power of her long legs at least to a certain extent. But even so, he had suffered a great loss at the hands of the other party. It was truly a disgrace to him. Shanshan, what did I tell you? Qin Mingshan's tone was serious. You're lucky this time. We almost got into trouble. Qin Shanshan couldn't understand. He's just strong. What trouble could he get into? The proud Qin Shanshan thought that she had underestimated her opponent. That guy was so quiet that she let her guard down. Otherwise, she wouldn't have made a fool of herself. Not that. Qin Mingshan shook his head. He was right about the last sentence. I suspect that he might be a medical expert. Grandpa, you really have an internal injury. Why didn't I know? It was because that guy was talking nonsense and cursing her grandfather for having an internal injury that Chun Shanshan was so angry that she wanted to teach him a lesson. This young man pretended to be arrogant from the beginning. Chun Shanshan was very unhappy. Her grandpa was an old man in the East Ocean martial arts circle. Many people would be envious of him for his grandpa to recruit him. But this guy rejected her. Chun Mingshan sighed and said, "Yes, even your grandmother didn't know about this internal injury. It was left behind when your grandfather fought with a martial arts master. Even though he killed that person, it left behind an internal injury. This internal injury is very vicious. It has been like this for 20 or 30 years. Otherwise, your grandfather would have a great chance to break through to the transcendent realm and become a guru." Chun Shanshan was smart since she was a child. Ever since she started learning martial arts, she had been curious about why her grandpa rarely used martial arts. Now that he thought about it, he understood the reason. "Grandpa, why didn't you say so earlier? Now that technology is so advanced, your internal injuries can definitely be cured." Chun Shanshan said anxiously, "That guy was probably just guessing. It's not a big deal." Chun Mingshan said, "Forget about your grandfather's internal injuries, it'll be hard for him to recover in this lifetime. On the other hand, your talent isn't bad, it's a pity our family's cultivation method. Oh right, if you see that kid in the future, don't act rashly. That guy could easily throw you away, he's at least a peak clear Jing expert." The peak of clear strength. Chun Shanshan looked ahead as if she was trying to find him. "I see." As an experienced person, Chun Mingshan sighed in his heart. Others might not know his granddaughter's temper, but he knew it very well. Otherwise, why would she join the crime squad? It's good for him to suffer. After all, he is a master at the peak of clear strength. Lin Fei left the park. Chun Mingshan's words were still lingering in his mind. "Interesting, it's really interesting. Turns out that there are martial arts masters in Huaxia, and they are divided into several realms." Of course, Lin Fei wouldn't learn martial arts. No matter what martial arts it was, in his eyes, it was no different from trash. Because of this, Lin Fei directly refused. Practicing martial arts was out of the question in this lifetime. At noon, Lin Fei went to a KFC. It had to be said that the taste was even better. Lin Fei gradually got used to it, so he really did return to Earth. As for the money, it was obviously left behind by Xiaolin. After eating, Lin Fei continued to stroll around Jiangbei District. There were several districts in Donghai, and Jiangbei District was the largest. Jiangbei District, downtown area. Silver Sky Tower. Located in the downtown area, there were many commercial buildings around. Xiaolin worked here in Silver Sky Tower. "Yo, Xiaolin, how rare, you actually recommended a model." 36th floor. In the office. On the leather chair, Bai Xingnan looked at her subordinate, who was also her best friend, with a playful expression. "Tell me the truth, are you having an affair with this model?" Bai Xingnan continued to tease her. As Xiaolin's best friend, Bai Xingnan knew this best friend very well. Although she seemed to be in a hurry, she was actually timid and rarely interacted with men. But this time, she actually took the initiative to recommend a model, and a male model at that. It was indeed surprising. It was hard not to be suspicious. "Sister Xing, don't joke around," Xiaolin said in a low voice. "I just think he's not bad. After all, our company has invested a lot this time, and I also hope to strive for perfection." Bai Xingnan, like his name, had short hair, and looked valiant and heroic, very androgynous. "You've really changed. You've become smarter, and now you know how to use the company as an excuse." Bai Xingnan continued to chuckle. "Sister Xingnan, I'm really doing this for the company." Xiaolin was even more embarrassed. "All right, I won't tease you anymore. Bai Shengnan chuckled. I can give him a chance. When the time comes, how he chooses will depend on his own ability. Xia Lin said joyfully, he'll definitely win. Compared to him, those models are on a completely different level. I believe that our company will make the best choice by using him. You're so confident. Then I'll really have to pay close attention tomorrow. Bai Shengnan said with a smile, but she was a little worried. Xia Lin's personality was one that was easy to deceive. Therefore, Bai Shengnan decided to keep an eye on her. With her judgment of people, she had never misjudged them. If that person wasn't good, Bai Shengnan didn't mind using some means to make the other party back off. Ha! On the way back to the Golden Hill district, Lin Fei sneezed. I've just returned to Earth. Could it be that someone is cursing me behind my back? That shouldn't be. At the end of the day, Lin Fei's mentality had changed a lot. Where did you run off to? I thought you left. After entering the district, as soon as he opened the door, a figure flashed out with an anxious look on his face. Xia Lin rarely came back so early. Today, she had pushed away her business because she wanted to go home and see if this handsome and elegant man had left. When Xia Lin came back, she didn't see Lin Fei. At that moment, she was really depressed. Fortunately, he had taken the spare door key with him, which more or less made Xia Lin less disappointed. However, her mood also became very bad. Until the door opened. I don't have much money on me. Where can I go? Besides, there's someone here who's paying for my food and lodging. Lin Fei said with a smile. Xia Lin waved the shovel in her hand. Who's paying for your food and lodging? How dare you say that? There are clothes on the sofa for you. Try them on and see if they fit. Actually, she didn't say that. Lin Fei saw the clothes on the sofa. Chapter 3809. Xia Lin's eyesight was still very good. Even though she only brought back the most ordinary short-sleeved shirt and jeans. After Lin Fei wore it, after matching it, his aura changed quite a bit. It looks good. Lin Fei had forgotten how long it had been since he last wore a short-sleeved shirt and jeans. It was something that only existed in his memory. Thank you. Xia Lin smiled. You saved me, I only helped you buy some things, this is what I should do. Your food is very good. Xia Lin's culinary skills were indeed not bad. After all, there were too few girls who knew how to cook. Average. Xia Lin smiled. Eat more if you like it. Oh right, why were you alone in the alley? If you have anything, you can tell me. Such a man, Xia Lin always felt that he was full of secrets. A woman's intuition. There were very few times when he was wrong. Do you believe that I'm alone? At least, that's the case here. Lin Fei said seriously. Xia Lin was a little confused. What here, there, could there be many other places? She couldn't understand. For a moment, Xia Lin didn't know what to say. Oh right, tomorrow you have to work hard, or else I'll become a joke. Xia Lin decided to change the topic. Lin Fei smiled. I'm quite curious, what kind of job did you find for me? Model. Lin Fei suspected that he heard wrongly. You didn't hear wrongly, making me a model. What a joke. Xia Lin explained, Brother Lin, I feel that you can really be a model because your aura is too good. Aura. Lin Fei smiled. He was an immortal expert, and a top-notch one at that. His aura would definitely be different. This was even when he intentionally restrained his aura. If he released his aura, not many people would be able to withstand it. It's normal. Lin Fei smiled. I'm someone who was an emperor before, how can my aura not be good? Xia Lin burst out laughing. You said you've been an emperor before? I'm dying of laughter. Look at the situation now. You must be dreaming. Lin Fei laughed. Not only have I been an emperor, but I've also been a city lord, a king, and I've even killed tens of millions of people. Charlene burst into laughter. Brag, continue to brag. Lin Fei shook his head. Sigh, now no one believes the truth. Xia Lin suppressed her laughter with much difficulty. Then do I think that my luck is very good, that I burned incense in my previous life to be able to meet a great emperor like you? Lin Fei laughed. You can understand it that way. Maybe if you work hard, you might even become a concubine. The next morning, Lin Fei was woken up by Charlene. Even though he had only been back for 2 days, he liked this kind of leisurely life. After washing up, the two of them went out one after the other. Not bad, there's still a car. As a white-collar worker, Charlene naturally had a car, a white Regal. And it's a Regal. Charlene opened the car door. Can't I? Who said that this tough guy can't be driven by girls? After interacting with her for a short while, Lin Fei could tell that although Charlene was usually energetic, she was a shy person at times. Lin Fei liked to tease her when he had nothing to do. Unfortunately, I'm not a tough guy. Otherwise, I might really suit your taste. Lin Fei followed and sat in. The car was filled with a faint fragrance. Charlene snorted and stepped on the accelerator, wanting to embarrass Lin Fei. In the end, Lin Fei was as steady as Mount Tai and looked over with a smile. Your driving skills are not bad. I'm ignoring you. Half an hour later, Charlene drove to the basement of Silver Sky Building. To be honest, your car is just SOSO. Lin Fei came down and said. I'm very good, okay. Charlene closed the car door. Her face was a little embarrassed. I'll show you what driving skills are like. Lin Fei smiled. Let's not talk about other things. Driving a 240 is very stable. I can even show you how to drive with one hand. I remember that everyone likes to call me God of Cars. Brag, continue to brag. Charlene rolled her eyes. When we go up later, remember not to brag. I can't afford to lose my face. Silver Sky Building. Beautiful women were everywhere. Lin Fei followed Charlene up and saw many beauties that scored above 80 points. Alright, what does your company do? Lin Fei asked curiously. Our company is a fashion designer. This time, our company is going to introduce a new style of clothing. You're lucky. Our company needs models. Charlene explained. Fashion design. That's high class. The elevator opened. They arrived at the 36th floor. This floor was where Charlene's company was. Brother Lin, you rest here first. I'll go and inform them. Charlene brought Lin Fei to the resting room. After informing him, she went out. Lin Fei sat down casually. The door to the resting room opened. Another male model came in. This model was about 185 meters tall. He had an imposing appearance and a strong aura. Who are you? The one who brought the model in was a woman in her 40s. She was quite pretty, but her expression was not very good. Xue Anqi was a designer from Mei Xing Company. Her position in the company was not low. Unexpectedly seeing a man in the resting room, Xue Meiqi's expression did not look good. Everyone knew that not everyone could enter the resting room today. Lin Fei did not bother about it. He quietly drank his water and did not look at the other party. I'm asking you a question. The male model's gaze turned cold. He stared at Lin Fei and said. Lin Fei took a sip and put it down. Is this place yours? Can't I even sit down and drink my tea? Xue Meiqi was furious. I don't care who you are. Get out now. Xue Meiqi said coldly. Otherwise, I'll call security. Yes, call security. The male model followed. Who knows if this person is a thief? Today was the day that Mei Xing Company would finalize the male model. As the director, Xue Meiqi naturally did not want other men to be here. Director, I'm sorry. This is my friend. If there's anything wrong, I'll apologize on his behalf. The door opened again. A figure walked in. It was none other than Charlene. Xue Meiqi's tone sank. Assistant Xia, how many times have I told you that the company is important? Don't bring unimportant people in. Why did you bring a friend here? I'm sorry. Charlene was an assistant in the company. In terms of position, she could not be compared to the director, Xue Meiqi. Hurry up and let your friend leave, Xue Meiqi said. Lin Fei was brought here by Xia Lin, and he was here for an interview. This was a rare opportunity for him. Director, my friend is here for an interview. Charlene was unyielding for once. Chapter 38:10. As an assistant, Charlene had always been viewed as an enemy by Director Xue. Although Charlene and Bai Shengnan had a good relationship, very few people in the company knew about it. Moreover, Charlene was not the kind of person who liked to bully others. Interview? What interview? Why didn't I know about it? Xue Meiqi's face darkened and she said coldly. What a joke. This time, Xue Meiqi had guaranteed that the male model would be selected. Actually, today's visit was just to go through the motions. To give it to someone else. Don't even think about it. As the only designer, Xue Meiqi had a high influence in the company. Even Bai Shengnan had to be polite to her. Especially for these fashion design companies, a powerful chief designer could determine the future of the company. This was true. Just look at those luxury brands. In the company, Xue Meiqi had a lot of power. She never took the people in the company seriously. An assistant dared to fight with her for the male model position. She was really looking for trouble. I've mentioned it to Manager Bai. Charlene's aura was not as strong as Xue Meiqi's. Her cold voice made her speak softly. Nonsense, Xue Meiqi said. You're just a small assistant. Instead of doing your job, you want to meddle in this kind of thing. Do you think your friend can be a male model? Xue Meiqi had a lot of hostility towards Charlene, because she had wanted her friend to take this position. In the end, it was taken away by this little girl. All this time, Xue Meiqi had been holding a grudge. Today, she had finally found the other party's weakness. If she did not teach Charlene a lesson, she would not be Director Xue Meiqi. My friend is a male model. He's better than anyone else. You can't belittle him like this. Charlene was anxious. She had not known Lin Fei for a long time, but in Charlene's heart, Lin Fei was the most handsome man. Director Xue, why talk so much nonsense with this little girl? Just let her go. The male model laughed and pointed at Lin Fei. As for this one, just let the security take him away. Lin Fei kept drinking his tea with a smile. One look was all it took to understand. This male model and Director Xue had a beneficial relationship. At the same time, Director Xue's position in the company was not low. Are you sure you want to point at me like that? Lin Fei put down the disposable cup. Because no one has ever dared to point at me like that. The male model laughed. You talk big. So what if I point at you? Believe it or not, you'll be dragged out by the security guards and thrown out like garbage. The male model really didn't care about what she said. In any case, he was in the modeling industry. How could a wild model threaten him? Just thinking about it made him feel amused. You are asking for a beating. Lin Fei said seriously, you should be glad that I've been cultivating my body and mind all these years. If it was when I was younger, I can guarantee that you'd be dead. The male model laughed, ha 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 ha, this is the funniest joke I've heard this year. Bang! As soon as he finished speaking, the male model slammed into the wall and collapsed, curling up like a shrimp. Ah, it hurts. The intense pain made the male model turn pale. He tried a few times, but he was unable to stand up. Wow, is this a scam? Lin Fei grinned. Don't you think there's something wrong with your brain for doing this? There's so much distance between us, and you still have the nerve to do this. You look like a dog, but now it seems like there's something wrong with you. Xue Meiqi was so scared that she took a step back. Her mind went blank. What happened? Why did the male model hit the wall? It didn't look good. Charlene blinked. She couldn't believe what had just happened. No one saw what had happened. Anyway, it was the male model hitting the wall. You hit me. The male model got up, but he didn't get up. He curled up and roared. Lin Fei smiled. Idiot, I hit you. Which eye of yours saw it? Was it your left eye or your right eye? Tell me honestly. That eye, the male model didn't see who did it. How could he say that? Anyway, you hit me, the male model insisted. Who else could it be other than you? Charlene was unhappy. You're lying, Charlene said angrily. My brother Lin was standing there. How could I hit you? Do you think everyone is blind? Yeah, you don't even blush when you lie. Lin Fei laughed. I'm a grown man. I didn't even move. How could I hit you? How dare you say that? I think you're just trying to scam me. Xue Meiqi came back to her senses. Security, security. No matter what, Xue Meiqi was sure that this kid was up to no good. If it wasn't for him, the male model wouldn't have hit the wall. Now that he was like this, he wouldn't be able to get past the manager. It would be hard for Xue Meiqi not to hold a grudge. You can't call security. Charlene glared at Xue Meiqi. Director, my brother Lin didn't do anything wrong. Why should I call security? No matter what, Charlene would stand on Lin Fei's side. Your friend hit my man. He has to take responsibility. Xue Meiqi wouldn't let him off so easily. Bang! With that thought, Xue Meiqi felt a sharp pain in her body. She followed the male model's footsteps and hit the wall. She was lying on top of the male model. Here comes another one, Lin Fei said exaggeratedly. Charlene blinked and almost screamed. Ghost! If there wasn't a ghost, how could this happen? The two of them were alive and well, but they actually slammed into the wall by themselves. This was really unbelievable. Xue Meiqi was dizzy from the hit. Lying on top of the male model, she was in a sorry state. What did you do to me? Xue Meiqi screamed. Did I? Lin Fei laughed. You were the one who scammed me. I didn't touch you. I'm not interested in an old woman like you. Who's an old woman? I'll kill you. Xue Meiqi was provoked. She wanted to get up, but she couldn't exert any strength. She could only lie on top of the male model. Old woman, get up if you have the ability. In society there are scammers like you that make good people lose confidence, Lin Fei said seriously. Don't worry. I won't help you up. I'm not a rich second generation. My hands are empty. I'll have to trouble you to continue acting. Charlene burst into laughter. I didn't scam you. You're talking nonsense. You hurt me, Xue Meiqi said angrily. Security, security. Lin, you should take note of this kind of thing. It'll be good for everyone to be careful in the future. Otherwise, this old woman will scam you, Lin Fei said. Charlene didn't come back to her senses for a while, but she soon recovered. Unfortunately, Charlene didn't have a chance to take a video. The movement inside attracted the security guards outside. 3 tall and burly men pushed the door open and entered. Their eyes were sharp, and they should have been soldiers. It's this guy. Arrest him. Xue Meiqi didn't care about her embarrassment. Chapter 38:11. 3 security guards pushed the door open and entered. Many people followed behind them. They were all employees of the company and they peeked inside. Everyone could not help but want to snicker. Ha ha ha, I'm so happy. That old witch has such a day. Who knows what's going on? So the old witch also likes to eat young grass. In Meishan Company, everyone did not like this director Xue Meiqi. She liked to put on airs and would be scolded for doing something wrong. Some of the young people who just came to work were scolded to tears. There were also many who gave speeches. Now that they saw the embarrassing scene of the old witch, they were overjoyed. Some even secretly took pictures with their phones. It was a rare scene. They had to keep it. Assistant Xia, your friend has to come with us. The 3 security guards were still very polite. No. Charlene stood in front of Lin Fei. Brother Lin did nothing. Why do you have to take my friend away? Moreover, Brother Lin is here for an interview. If you take him away and the manager blames you, won't you bear the responsibility? Xue Meiqi was helped up by a security guard. She was still bent over and felt very uncomfortable. Don't listen to him. Arrest him first. No matter what, Xue Meiqi did not intend to let this guy go. Assistant Xia, You're making things difficult for us. One of the security guards said. We just want your friend to come with us. Charlene was very clear about what happened today. If Brother Lin was taken away, with Xue Meiqi's small stomach, she would definitely take revenge on Lin Fei. No, unless the manager agrees. Charlene still defended Lin Fei. Arrest him immediately. Xue Meiqi said sternly, you're right to hit someone. If you don't arrest him, prepare to get lost tomorrow. In order to let the security guards arrest this guy, Xue Meiqi did not care about her face. Not only would she teach that kid a lesson today, she would also teach Charlene a lesson. With every move, Xue Meiqi had a plan to kill two birds with one stone. With this trump card, the security guards hesitated for a moment and decided to arrest him. If this was said by someone else, they might not care. However, Xue Meiqi was the director and indeed had the right to ask them to get lost. It was not easy to be a security guard in Jiangbei district. Brother, come with us obediently. One of the security guards walked up, and so did the other. It looked like a pincer attack. Arrest him! Arrest him! The male model did not dare to move. Everyone knew that Director Xue Meiqi was angry now. So, the male model blamed his anger on Lin Fei. No matter what, he didn't want him to end well. Director Xue, since when can a director like you chase someone away? I remember this is a matter for the Human Resources Department. Tell me what's going on. The security guards had yet to make a move. A voice rang out. After that, a capable woman in a suit walked in. It was none other than Bai Xingnan. Who do you think you are? Director Xue's words are nothing to you. The male model was so angry that he didn't even look at her. Xue Meiqi also wanted to say something, but when she turned her head, her expression suddenly changed. Manager Bai, it's a misunderstanding, a misunderstanding. Xue Meiqi was very arrogant in the company. Sometimes, she didn't even give Bai Xingnan any face. But there was a reason for that. And now, she said that she was chasing the security guards away, which was overstepping her authority. Manager Bai, you have to judge this with me. Charlene said first. My friend was sitting there peacefully, but Director Xue and her friend slandered my friend for beating them up and even wanted to arrest my friend. I can't accept this. Charlene was trying to introduce a job to Lin Fei. In the end, it turned out like this. Charlene was full of anger. Bai Xingnan had short hair and looked very capable. In the company, she could be said to be the law. Everyone trusted her. Bai Xingnan was surprised by what happened here. However, seeing Xue Meiqi's embarrassed appearance, she was still very happy in her heart. She couldn't help but look at the young man a few more times. This young man looked very ordinary. Temperament, he didn't seem to have any temperament. He really looked very ordinary. Bai Xingnan couldn't help but feel a little disappointed. She didn't know what Charlene was thinking. Manager Bai, he must have done this. Xue Meiqi said. If he didn't do it, would we frame him? An assistant Xia, she deliberately brought people in to cause damage. Maybe she wanted to steal my design drawings. I suggest we call the police. This move was even more ruthless. Beating someone up might be a small matter. At most, they would be detained for a few days. But when it came to commercial crimes, it was completely different. My brother Lin wouldn't do such a thing. Charlene was also anxious. However, Lin Fei said indifferently, why bother? Whether he beat someone up or not, isn't it clear by looking at the surveillance? What's there to argue about? Only then did everyone notice that there was a surveillance camera in the corner. Let's look at the surveillance camera then. Xue Meiqi dared to say this because she knew there was surveillance camera. Manager Bai, when the results come out and prove that Assistant Xia was lying, I think it's best to fire her to prevent our company from suffering any losses. This time, Xue Meiqi was determined to have Charlene, the assistant. Charlene was very angry. She didn't expect Director Xue Meiqi to be so ruthless and use this matter to get rid of her. To be honest, Charlene was still very worried. At first, because she was anxious, she didn't think about the surveillance camera. But now, it's okay. I've never beaten anyone up before. How could I not know? Lin Fei said to Charlene with a smile. This smile gave Charlene an infinite sense of security. All the worries in her heart disappeared in an instant. This man's smile is very alluring. Bai Shengnan also noticed and couldn't help but be a little surprised. This man had some tricks up his sleeve. One look and it was obvious that Xue Meiqi and the male model were in a bad situation. It seemed normal for them to be beaten up. But this man said that he didn't beat them up before. Then, Director Xue, you can look at the surveillance camera. If Assistant Xia is lying, I'll definitely deal with her. But if you're slandering someone, you have to apologize to Charlene. Bai Shengnan said in a businesslike manner. After all, we're all in the same company. This person was indeed called here for the interview by me. The people below probably didn't inform you in time. Xue Meiqi didn't think that she was wrong. The person who beat them up must be this guy. If I'm really spouting nonsense about this matter, I'll apologize to Assistant Xia. Xue Meiqi said. She had won for sure. Actually, Xue Meiqi had won more than half the battle to make Bai Shengnan agree to it. When Charlene left, she was completely capable of arranging for her own people to be her assistant. Bai Shengnan wouldn't say a word and would even thank her. Go and bring the surveillance camera over. We'll all be together. Bai Shengnan said to a security guard. The security guard obeyed and went out to get the surveillance record. Chapter 38:12. Bai Shengnan's arrival put an end to the whole thing. Who was right and who was wrong? They had to watch the surveillance footage to know. Bai Shengnan liked to see Director Xue being humiliated. She could tell what was going on. That young man named Lin Fei must have really made a move. The only thing that Bai Shengnan was curious about was that this young man was able to keep his composure. Under normal circumstances, when the security guard went to get the surveillance footage, that guy would definitely feel uneasy. There were only 4 of them in the lounge. Director Xue and the male model definitely wouldn't accuse anyone wrongly. Bai Shengnan couldn't wait to see the surveillance footage. What exactly was going on here? Manager, I've brought the surveillance footage back. The security guard returned quickly with a copy of the footage in his hand. Xue Meiqi couldn't wait to see Charlene and that man make a fool of themselves. After getting rid of Charlene, Xue Meiqi still had to put that guy in jail. She wasn't that easy to beat. What are you waiting for? Hurry up and play it. Let everyone see who did it. Xue Meiqi shouted. Bai Shengnan nodded. Go ahead. At this point, it wasn't good to say anything. Once the surveillance footage was played, everything would be revealed. It was useless to say anything now. The scene in the lounge was soon played. Charlene brought Lin Fei in first, then Xue Meiqi and the male model came in. Watch carefully. Xue Meiqi sneered. The scene of the male model flying out was about to come out. Charlene couldn't help but feel nervous. The truth was about to come out. She even stole a glance at Lin Fei. She realized that he was very calm and had a smile on his face. How could this be? The male model was the first to shout. Impossible, why would I hit myself? There's nothing wrong with me. The next scene was played. Everyone was stunned. The male model was dumbfounded. The sneer on Xue Meiqi's face froze. How could this be? It turned out that the scene on the screen was the male model punching himself. The next second, he hit the wall. No matter how they looked at it, it was hard to believe. It was completely inconceivable. He hit himself. He was humiliating himself. It wasn't Lin Fei who did it. It was the male model who did it. Like I said, I'm sitting so far away, why would I make a move? Lin Fei laughed. But speaking of which, the quality of your surveillance is really good. It's clear enough. The screen didn't turn black at the crucial moment. That's great, I knew that Brother Lin wouldn't hit anyone. Charlene also smiled. The worry in her heart could finally be put to rest. In fact, Lin Fei had made his move. Even if there were surveillance cameras, It was almost impossible to capture a figure, even if it was slowed down. From the very beginning, Xue Meiqi was destined to lose. Realization dawned on Bai Xingnan. So that's what happened. Old woman, you're not bad either. I couldn't tell that you have such great strength. Lin Fei smiled again. In the video, there was a scene of Xue Meiqi hitting herself. Then, it was the scene where Xue Meiqi framed Lin Fei. This is fake. They must have tampered with it. Xue Meiqi knew very well that she didn't do anything from the beginning to the end. How could she hit herself? Security, arrest him. He's the one who did it. Xue Meiqi was agitated. She couldn't accept the scene in the video. Enough. Bai Xingnan was also angry. Director Xue, this is the company. Don't be unreasonable. He was very clear about the situation. Bai Xingnan wouldn't let her continue. After being shouted at, Xue Meiqi finally calmed down. She knew that no matter what she said, it wouldn't be as real as the video. Manager, I'm a little agitated. Bai Xingnan didn't shout anymore. She said calmly, about the male model interview, let's forget about it. This male model can go back. Assistant Xia, let's forget about your friend too. Half open. No one would benefit from this. This was business as usual. I have no objections. Xue Meiqi didn't dare to get angry. Charlene opened her mouth. I have no objections either. No matter what, it was normal to make such a decision after such a thing happened in the company. Lin Fei didn't care whether he was a model or not. With his current ability, it was too easy for him to make money. Manager Bai, I don't have any objections if I didn't choose her. But this old woman seemed to have promised to apologize in person if she misunderstood Miss Xia. I really want to hear her apologize in person, Lin Fei said with a smile. You. Xue Meiqi glared at him. How could she apologize to an assistant? If Lin Fei hadn't said anything, Xue Meiqi had decided to ignore it. But now, what do you mean by you? You have to keep your promise. Lin Fei said with a smile. You're a director. If a director doesn't respect herself, I don't think you'll be any better. Charlene didn't stop him. Bai Xingnan glanced at director Xue Meiqi. Xue Meiqi knew what this glance meant. If she didn't apologize to Assistant Xia today, she might become a joke tomorrow. Maybe the whole Intian building would know about it. Xue Meiqi knew the personalities of the staff very well. Xue Meiqi hated this guy called Lin Fei to the core. He definitely did it on purpose. Who said I won't apologize? Do I look like that kind of person? Xue Meiqi quibbled and said to Xiaolin, Assistant Xia, I've misunderstood you. I'll apologize to you now. Charlene glanced at Lin Fei. Director Xue, thank you for the surveillance camera. Otherwise, my friend wouldn't be able to explain herself. I hope you can be more careful next time. Xue Meiqi's face turned pale, but she couldn't say anything. Manager Bai was standing there. If she dared to say anything, it would definitely not be a good thing. Director Xue, you're not feeling well. Go and rest. Bai Xingnan said to Xue Meiqi. Then she said to the 3 security guards, take them to rest. Although Xue Meiqi and the male model were reluctant, they knew that Manager Bai was taking care of them. The 3 security guards took Xue Meiqi out. The lounge became quiet. Assistant Xia, please make arrangements for your friend. Don't let him affect our work. Bai Xingnan said to Charlene without looking at Lin Fei. Then she turned around and left. Got it. After Bai Xingnan left, Charlene smiled bitterly. Brother Lin, I'm really sorry. I didn't expect things to turn out like this. That Xue Meiqi really isn't a good person. It's okay. Your brother Lin really doesn't care about this. Lin Fei said with a smile. If I want to earn money, I can do it in a matter of minutes. Alright, you go to work first. I'm leaving. Charlene also felt very embarrassed. By the way, Brother Lin, when you go out, be careful of that Xue Meiqi. I'm afraid she'll hold a grudge against you. Charlene said worriedly. Lin Fei smiled. What are you afraid of? It's a peaceful society now. She won't dare to mess around. A peaceful society. Charlene didn't know what to say. Chapter 38:13. Inside Meishin Company. The news of director Shui Meichi beating herself up and framing others had also quietly spread out. The employees in the company were shocked. That was ruthless. She was the director after all. Was there a need to be so petty? No one dared to say it out loud, but they discussed it in private. As the culprit, Lin Fei walked out of the Intian building with a calm expression. Scheming against each other, this has not changed for 100 years. With Lin Fei's current eyesight, he could see most of it at a glance. It's not easy to survive in the workplace. He shook his head. Lin Fei planned to continue to stroll around the Jiangbei district. There were so many districts in Donghai, and the Jiangbei district was not small. It was not something that could be explored in a day. Bro, are you taking a car? Lin Fei walked along the roadside without any purpose. A black Volkswagen stopped next to Lin Fei. The driver was a young man. He rolled down the window and shouted at Lin Fei. No. Lin Fei shook his head. I'm very familiar with the Jiangbei district. Where are you going? The young man was very enthusiastic. I can tell at a glance that it's your first time in the Jiangbei district. In recent years, the Jiangbei district has changed too quickly. Most people who come to the Jiangbei district will lose their way if they are not careful. This point, Lin Fei admitted. The Jiangbei district had indeed changed very quickly. Compared to 6 years ago, it was a huge change. Now that you mention it, I think of a place. Lin Fei suddenly smiled. Then I'll take your car. Lin Fei opened the door and sat down. To Shuiyun Street. If there was any place worthy of Lin Fei's remembrance, it would be Shuiyun Street. Because there was a lady boss who had helped him a lot in Shuiyun Street. That's right, it was the lady boss. 6 years had passed. He did not know if the lady boss was doing well. I'm familiar with Shuiyun Street. The young man chuckled. You don't know, Shuiyun Street has now become a famous night market street in the Jiangbei district. Night Market Street? Lin Fei was quite surprised. Back then, Water Cloud Street was just an inconspicuous little street in the North River district. He had only found out about Water Cloud Street by chance and happened to meet the lady boss. At the very least, when Lin Fei was at his lowest, it was the lady boss who helped him through the difficulties. Lin Fei would remember this for the rest of his life. Back then, he had sworn that he would repay the lady boss when he made it big in the future. Actually, there was still a bit of affection in between. Back then, the boss was only 23 years old. Now that 6 years had passed, he was only about 29 years old. Lin Fei closed his eyes and rested. Scenes of the past appeared in his mind. Not long after, the surrounding voices quieted down. Brother, we're here. Lin Fei opened his eyes and smiled. You seem to be driving in the wrong place. This doesn't look like Water Cloud Street at all. You're right. This isn't Water Cloud Street. The young driver opened the door and got out. Next to the windows on the left and right were several youths, at least a dozen of them. They were all holding metal rods and similar things in their hands. One of the burly men was beckoning at Lin Fei, seemingly wanting him to get out. Lin Fei smiled, a cold glint flashing through his eyes. Interesting. The young driver came before the burly man and said smugly, Boss, this guy is really stupid. I said I was the driver, and he actually believed me. I thought it would take some time. Not bad, you've done well. Black Dragon Zhang was very satisfied with his underling's performance. Come out, get out. The young man went up and knocked on the car window. Obediently get out. Once we make our move, you won't have a good ending. The car door opened. Lin Fei walked out with a smile. You guys aren't bad. You actually brought me to a warehouse. Now the Volkswagen was parked in the warehouse. It seemed that this warehouse had not been used for a long time. There was garbage everywhere, and the scene was a mess. There was even a strange smell drifting in the air. Boy, you've got guts. How dare you offend our sister Meichi? Black Dragon Zhang grabbed the iron rod and gently tapped it on his palm. The muscles on his face trembled and he looked fierce. Your sister Meichi is very good, Lin Fei said with a smile. You've come to take revenge on me so soon. The young man said fiercely, Boy, you're very arrogant in front of so many of us. Surrounded by more than a dozen people, ordinary people would have been scared to tears. However, the one in front of them was a surprise. From beginning to end, there was no change in him, as if he did not treat them as people. Lin Fei chuckled and said, I've always been arrogant because I'm stronger than you guys. Naturally, I have the capital to be arrogant. As for you guys, I can only say that your luck is very bad. You could have acted for anyone, but you just had to act for that sister Meichi. I really admire your brains. Black Dragon Zhang flew into a rage. Boy, you really dare to speak. You actually dare to act arrogant in front of us. Do you know what kind of person I, Black Dragon Zhang, am? Maybe you don't know, but you'll know in a moment. Lin Fei laughed and said, Actually, in my eyes, you're all just a bunch of trash. It's really boring to deal with trash like you. Do it, break his legs, and then knock this boy's teeth. Black Dragon Zhang had seen arrogant people, but he had never seen someone this arrogant. I'm sorry, but you won't have the chance. Lin Fei shook his head. With a flash, he arrived before Zhang Heilong and sent out a slap. Zhang Heilong cried out miserably as he was sent flying. He rolled on the ground several times before coming to a stop, his entire body twitching. It's your turn. Bang, bang, bang. Everyone only felt their vision blur. After a series of screams, they all fell to the ground in disorder. The only one still standing was the young man. Big brother, I was wrong. With a plop, the young man knelt on the ground. His teeth were chattering and his face was pale. It was too terrifying. The dozen or so of them usually fought with people. But the scene before them toppled their understanding. They hadn't even seen the person, but they were already injured. They had encountered a martial arts expert. How could they not be afraid? Especially the young man, who had been so smug earlier. You know your mistake. Lin Fei smiled. Big brother, I was wrong. I'm just a driver. The young man didn't dare to raise his head. Who would have thought that this harmless fellow would look so terrifying? It was reasonable for this fellow to speak so arrogantly. They had become idiots, foolishly thinking that the other party was easy to bully. Black Dragon Zhang, I heard that you want to break my legs and a mouthful of teeth. What do you think I should do about this? Lin Fei smiled as he walked over and kicked Black Dragon Zhang. Black Dragon Zhang was sent flying like a piece of trash. He crashed into a nearby pillar and vomited several mouthfuls of blood on the spot. Big brother. I surrender, I surrender. Don't come again. Black Dragon Zhang repeatedly begged for mercy. He hated Xue Meichi to the core. She had caused him to provoke such a ruthless person. Remember the mobile version, Chapter 38:14. Meisheng Company. In the director's office, Xue Meichi was carefully touching up her makeup. Suddenly she sneezed. Could it be that black dragon brat? Xue Meichi truly hated Charlene and Lin Fei. It wasn't just a normal hatred, it was bone deep. She had lost face in front of Bai Shengnan and become a joke in the company. All of this was caused by that Lin Fei. Xue Meichi was absolutely convinced that he was the one behind all this. After Lin Fei left, she immediately called Black Dragon Zhang and had him teach Lin Fei a lesson. It would be best if he crippled both of his hands. Xue Meichi couldn't swallow this anger. It must be like this. A poor guy with nothing to lose. Serves you right for offending anyone. Xue Meichi clenched her teeth. And that bitch Charlene, it will be your turn sooner or later. In the warehouse, Black Dragon Zhang and his group were kneeling on the ground. They didn't dare to move. Big brother, we were wrong. We won't dare to do it again. Black Dragon Zhang's face was pale. He felt a sharp pain in his chest as he spoke, but he could only endure it. The youth came over with a bag. Big brother, everything is here. The bag was filled with cash. This cash had all been contributed by Black Dragon Zhang. Who would dare to disagree? Lin Fei smiled. You should be glad that my temper is still very good. If it were in the past, you would all be dead. Of course, I don't object to you taking revenge on me, but you have to be prepared to be killed by me. Bang! Lin Fei's leg swept over the pillar at the side. It was a metal pillar as thick as an arm. The most important thing was that it was solid. But at this moment, with a stomp of his foot, the pillar bent over, forming a huge arc. Black Dragon Zhang and his group were sweating profusely. This time they were really trembling. Big brother, we really don't dare. We wouldn't dare even if you gave us 100 guts. Everyone nodded repeatedly, their faces completely pale. If this kick had landed on them, they didn't dare to imagine how miserable their fates would be. Just thinking about it made him feel flustered. Send me to Water Cloud Street. Lin Fei returned to the back seat. The young man did not dare to hesitate and immediately jogged over. I promise to deliver it. Right now, the young man had completely lost his temper. Of all the people present, he was the only one who didn't suffer. However, he was indeed frightened and his limbs were weak. Lin Fei closed his eyes and quietly rested. After the Volkswagen left, only then did everyone heave a sigh of relief. One by one, they collapsed to the ground. Black Dragon Zhang couldn't even stand up. He was completely limp. Brother Long, should we take revenge? As soon as one of his lackeys finished speaking, Black Dragon Zhang turned around and slapped him across the face. If you want to die, don't drag us down with you. Black Dragon Zhang no longer had the confidence to take revenge. The power of that kick was too terrifying. It's all that bitch Shui Meiqi's fault. Black Dragon Zhang's eyes were cold. She must give us brothers an explanation for this matter. Black Dragon Zhang naturally did not dare to retaliate against this expert. Naturally, he would choose to take revenge on Shui Meiqi. If he had known that this kid was so terrifying, Black Dragon Zhang would not have dared to do so even if he was given 100 guts. That metal pillar was genuine. Black Dragon Zhang knew very well that it couldn't be fake. Big brother, Water Cloud Street is just ahead. The young man did not dare to speak loudly. Parking is not allowed in front. I can only park here for now. Lin Fei opened his eyes. Alright, you can go now. The young man said, Big brother, this is my cell phone number. If you need a car, just call me. As long as I'm in the Jiangbei district, I'll rush over immediately. Lin Fei laughed. You sure know how to do things. The young man laughed dryly, not daring to speak. I'll remember that. Lin Fei pushed open the door and walked out, standing at the intersection. The young man immediately drove away, not daring to stay any longer. Water Cloud Street has indeed changed. The familiar memories of the surroundings had practically disappeared completely. From some places, Lin Fei could barely recognize that this was the Water Cloud Street that he had frequented in the past. Now, this place had changed greatly. There were tall buildings everywhere. In particular, the entrance to Water Cloud Street had a signboard. There was an extremely obvious memorial arch. This was different from before. Night Market Street. Lin Fei believed the young man's words. He truly was right. In 6 years, Water Cloud Street truly had changed. It was both strange and familiar. Water Cloud Street was very long. The street had been expanded. It was no longer as narrow as it had been before. Food stalls and barbecue stalls could be seen everywhere. Because it was daytime, Water Cloud Street was extremely deserted, but from the surrounding shops, it wasn't hard to imagine how lively it was at night. Lin Fei continued forward. Soon, a renovated shop appeared before Lin Fei's eyes. Lady Boss, I've returned. I can finally fulfill my wish from back then. Lin Fei couldn't help but sigh as he gazed at the familiar building. He once more entered the restaurant. The outside had changed, but the inside had not changed much. Lin Fei also saw a few familiar things, which he had bought with the Lady Boss. 6 years had passed, but those things were still there. After sitting down, Lin Fei couldn't find the lady boss. He couldn't help but frown. It shouldn't be. Could it be someone else? Lin Fei looked around casually. He saw that something was wrong. Many tables and stools in the restaurant had obvious traces of being knocked. There were many pieces of glass on the ground. The kitchen was in a mess. "Young man, this place is closed today. You'd better find another place to eat." A middle-aged man came out and said. Lin Fei heard something from this man's words. This restaurant had indeed been in trouble. There were slight bruises on this middle-aged man's face. What else could it be if it wasn't beaten? "Uncle, isn't this the night market street? I've never heard of it being closed during the day," Lin Fei asked. The middle-aged man looked outside. "Young man, you're right. This is indeed the night market street, but it's not as good as you think. You'd better find another place to eat." Lin Fei could tell that this middle-aged man wasn't trying to chase him away on purpose. He really wanted him to leave. "Sigh, that's a pity. I came here because I heard that this restaurant has a signature dish. I also heard that the lady boss here is very pretty." The middle-aged man laughed bitterly and sighed. "Sometimes being pretty is a sin. We have guests. Why aren't you coming out to entertain us? You don't want to open your restaurant anymore?" Just as the middle-aged man finished sighing, a group of people walked in. These people had dyed their hair in various colors. The leader even had a mohawk's head that was specially dyed red. It was almost no different from a rooster. The middle-aged man's face changed. "Brother Xiong Yu, why are you here?" Sogu website. Chapter 38:15. Sure enough, something happened. Lin Fei didn't get up, just sat there quietly. From the moment they came in, he knew that the boss's wife was loved. Those who came in were obviously his lackeys. If he couldn't figure out the reason from the middle-aged man's words, as an invincible expert at the immortal realm, Lin Fei could choose to go home and sleep. "What, can't you come?" Brother Mohawk smiled. The middle-aged man didn't dare to offend this brother bear. Sure. The middle-aged man nodded continually. Brother Mohawk pulled a stool and sat down. "The time is up. Tell your boss's wife to come down, don't dawdle. Tell your boss's wife to come down. If she doesn't come down, we'll tear down this restaurant. Our brother bear's money isn't that easy to borrow," the lackeys behind him shouted. The middle-aged man lowered his head. I, Brother Mohawk stood up and kicked the middle-aged man's stomach. "Who do you think you are? My brother bear is here. Do you still want to renege?" The middle-aged man knocked over several tables. "Uncle N, are you okay?" A cold voice came from upstairs. After a series of hurried footsteps, a figure ran down. "Boss's wife, why did you come down?" The middle-aged man clutched his stomach, his face worried. "It's my fault. The one who came down was a woman around 30 years old. Her long hair was simply tied up, and she wore a set of ordinary cheap clothes. However, it still couldn't hide her charming face. She was the boss's wife, Lu Qingru, a name that sounded soft and weak. However, she had an extremely charming face. Her every move, her smile, and her tears were all full of a great charm. Lu Qingru. Lin Fei finally saw the boss's wife again. Just like 6 years ago, she didn't change much, except for her charming face, which had a hint of maturity. Lin Fei was worried that he would come here for nothing. "Beautiful boss, you finally came down." Brother Mohawk smiled. "I thought you would hide up there for the rest of your life." "Why should I hide?" Lu Qingru helped Uncle Zhang up and glared at him with a frosty face. The lady boss is indeed the lady boss. Even when she's angry, it feels so good." Chicken Head Bear laughed. "Everyone, do you think it looks good?" "Of course. This face is really mesmerizing." Lu Qingru helped Uncle Zhang to sit next to her. Brother Mohawk stared at the lady boss. "Can we talk about our matter now? Today is the last day. Are you ready to return the money? If not, with your looks you can totally sell yourself. I believe that after a few years, You can earn a few million without a problem. Bah! Don't even think about it. You should just give up. Lu Qingrou's eyes were filled with anger. This is the property ownership certificate. According to the current price, it's worth at least 3 million. Lu Qingrou took out a red book. Lady boss, how can you do this? Zhang En was anxious. This is what you've earned your whole life. Brother Mohawk smiled and said, Not bad, you're willing to take out your property certificate. Take the property ownership certificate and you can leave. Lu Qingrou tried her best not to look at the property ownership certificate, but tears were still flickering in her eyes. Immediately, a lackey took the property ownership certificate and handed it to Brother Mohawk. 3 million. Brother Mohawk smiled. However, I'm sorry to tell you a piece of bad news. Your little brother borrowed 2 million from our casino. Your 3 million won't be enough. What, 2 million? Lu Qingrou almost lost her balance. How could she believe this scene? How is this possible? Brother Mohawk said. Nothing is impossible. Right now your little brother is in our casino. If you don't take out the money to redeem him, he might sink into the East China Sea tomorrow. No, absolutely not. At this moment, Lu Qingrou finally cried. For this little brother of hers, Lu Qingrou worried herself to death. She helped him time and time again, but in the end, she still watched her little brother sink into the abyss. Brother Mohawk's eyes flashed a trace of pride. This woman was about to give in. The plan was about to succeed. It wasn't a waste of time. Now it was finally time to reap the rewards. 2 million. As long as you can take it out, we'll let him go immediately. Brother Mohawk said. You better think about it. The casino won't wait for you. How could Lu Qingrou watch as her brother was killed by someone else? How could she face her dead parents? Don't you want me? As long as you're willing to let my little brother go, I'm willing to go with you. Lu Qingrou's heart was like dead ashes. Actually, Brother Coxcomb Bear was waiting for this sentence. That's right. Brother Mohawk smiled. It's just 2 million. As long as you nod, even 3 or 5 million is not a problem. Brother Mohawk stood up. Come with me. The earlier you go, your little brother will suffer less. He reached out and hugged Lu Qingrou. Whoosh! A blood-curdling scream resounded in the restaurant. Ah, my hand, it hurts! Brother Coxcomb Bear cried out in pain. His face was pale, and he subconsciously raised his hands. His eyes were wide open, and he was completely frightened. Unknowingly, a chopstick appeared in his hand. Blood flowed down the chopstick. Ah, who did it? I'm going to kill you! Brother Mohawk was completely enraged. I'm sorry, I threw the chopstick. Lin Fei smiled faintly. He was still playing with the chopstick in his hand. I can't stand people like you who bully women. Lu Qingrou didn't notice there was an outsider here. But when this voice appeared, Lu Qingrou's face slightly changed. She seemed to recall something. Then, she turned around and saw a strange yet familiar face. Boss, long time no see. You're Xiao Fei. Lu Qingrou's eyes were filled with tears. She couldn't believe this was real. You're back. Yes, I'm Xiao Fei. Lin Fei smiled. Sorry, I'm late. Brother Mohawk's eyes were filled with anger. What are you guys standing there for? Hurry up and capture this guy. The lackeys behind him roared and rushed forward. Lin Fei waved his hand. The chopsticks on the table beside him flew out. Only a series of piu sounds could be heard. The screams did not stop. Ah, it hurts. My arm. My leg, it hurts so much. The dozen lackeys who rushed forward were pierced by the chopsticks before they could make a move. They wailed in pain. None of them dared to rush forward again. Lin Fei easily flicked the chopstick. Like an arrow, they pierced into Brother Mohawk's ear. Stand there obediently. If you dare to move, I'll hit the next chopstick. You understand? Chapter 38:16. It hurts. Coxcomb Brother Bear used his uninjured hand to cover his ear. His face was pale with fright. He didn't dare to move. A chopstick pierced through his palm and ear. If he was stabbed in between his eyebrows, Coxcomb Brother Bear didn't dare to imagine what would happen. Fear. His whole body was covered in cold sweat. Who are you? Coxcomb Brother Bear's pupils constricted. The person in front of him was too scary. I'm someone you can't afford to offend, Lin Fei lightly said. With a wave of his hand, a chopstick brushed past Coxcomb Brother Bear's ear. Scram as far as you can. If I see you next time, I don't mind letting you taste the taste of death. I'll scram right now. Coxcomb Brother Bear was about to pee. He didn't dare to stay any longer. He turned around and ran out. Because he was too panicked, he stumbled and knocked against the door. For a moment, his head was bleeding. The underlings all ran out in panic. You're really little Fei. Lu Qingru walked over with red eyes. Lin Fei stood up. I don't think anyone in this world would be willing to pretend to be me. Boss, back then, I was a workaholic for a period of time. Otherwise, I would have starved to death. Lu Qingru was finally sure that the person in front of her was Lin Fei. You're finally back. I thought you died outside. Lu Qingru was so happy that she cried. Back then, Lin Fei inexplicably disappeared. In that 1 month, Lu Qingru almost didn't have a good night's sleep. It's a long story. Lu Qingru didn't ask further. Unclein, go make some dishes. I'll have a drink with little Fei. Okay. Lu Qingru tidied up her things and sat in front of Lin Fei. 6 years passed. Lin Fei's appearance didn't seem to have changed. He was still the same as before. At the same time, Lu Qingru felt that Lin Fei was a bit different. As for what was different, she couldn't tell. After we eat, you can leave, Lu Qingru said. You're worried that they will take revenge on me. Lin Fei laughed. You're still in the mood to laugh. Lu Qingru yelled. Do you know who those people are? They are a group of people who eat people without spitting out the bones. They don't even know when they'll be blackened or hit on the head. If it was 6 years ago, Lin Fei might have been worried. But now, there was really nothing on earth that could make Lin Fei feel afraid. Lady Boss smile. Lin Fei said, just to be happy. You don't know, but I haven't seen you smile in 6 years. I really miss it. Lu Qingru couldn't help but laugh. I really don't know what to do with you. I'm begging you. Lu Qingru didn't want Lin Fei to offend those people because of her. It's fine. Lin Fei smiled and said, it's rare for me to come here. No matter what, I have to accompany the lady boss and have a good meal first. Why don't you listen to me? Lu Qingru was really anxious. Lady boss, after so many years, you still do it yourself. Didn't you find a man? Lin Fei rarely teased. I think so. It's good to have a man in charge. I understand now. You brat came back, not to see sister, but to see if sister is married or not. Lu Qingru rolled her eyes. Ha 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 ha. Lin Fei laughed and said. After Zhang and brought a few home-cooked dishes, Lu Qingru's mood improved a lot. There was a smile on her face. Unlike before, there was a trace of tiredness and helplessness between her eyebrows. Thank you, my mood is much better. Lin Fei tasted the dishes. This is what I should do. By the way, can you tell me what happened? Forget it, it's all in the past. Lu Qingru didn't want to say. This was a trap. Lu Qingru didn't want Lin Fei to fall into this trap. Although they hadn't seen each other for 6 years, Lu Qingru could vaguely see that in these 6 years, the stinky brat in her eyes had changed a lot. Maybe he had a good future. It was really not worth offending those people. You really don't want to say? Lin Fei smiled and said. Lady boss, I think this young man is a capable person. Perhaps he can be of help. Zhang couldn't help but interrupt. Young man, our lady boss has a hard life. It's all because of that little brother of hers. Unclein, don't say any more. Lu Qingru said coldly. Lady boss, I must talk to this young man about this matter. Zhang was a little emotional. He turned to Lin Fei and said, That little brother of his, since last year, made a group of bad friends. This year, he started to learn how to gamble. Lady Boss's car and other things were used to pay off the debt. Now, this small building is also going to be paid off. Zhang An was emotional. He explained the matter from beginning to end in detail. Little Fei, don't listen to him. Lu Qingru said, I'm very happy to see you back. After dinner, you can leave later. This matter, I will solve it. Lin Fei knew that Lu Qingru had a little brother called Lu Qingfeng. The name sounded good, but it was not very reliable. When they met that year, Lin Fei had thought that this guy who looked unruly might cause a big trouble. He didn't expect that this would really come true. He had cheated the sister who raised him so painstakingly. Not good, Brother Xiong is back again. This time, he brought a lot of people. An auntie screamed and ran in. Lady Boss, hurry and ask your friend to hide for a while. Lu Qingru was anxious. Little Fei, quickly leave from the back door. Don't worry, don't worry. Lin Fei laughed. It's not easy to come here. I haven't eaten my fill yet. You want me to leave? That's too boring. In the time of a few words, the voice of coxcomb Brother Xiong came from outside. Brat, you're finished this time. You dare to hit me. Today, if I don't break your hands, I'm not Brother Xiong. Coxcomb Brother Xiong changed his appearance. His hands were wrapped in gauze. His ears were the same. He looked very miserable. Brother Long, it's this brat. Coxcomb Brother Xiong rushed in and pointed at Lin Fei. If there's anything, come at me. Lu Qingru stood up and blocked in front of Lin Fei. She even opened her hands. The one who was called Brother Long was Zhang Heilong. He was a somewhat famous figure in the underworld in Jiangbei district. Coxcomb Brother Xiong lived on another street, but they had a good relationship. When he heard that something had happened, Zhang Heilong came. He found someone to vent his anger on. But when he walked in, Zhang Heilong casually glanced around and his whole person instantly became unwell. Lu Qingru, get out of my way. After I deal with that brat, I'll deal with you. Coxcomb Brother Xiong said fiercely. Brother Xiong, it's this brat. He's evil. You're courting death. Before Coxcomb Brother Xiong could react, a fist greeted him. His whole body was sent flying and broke a table. Bastard, you even dare to offend Brother Lin. Even if Brother Lin doesn't deal with you today, I will. Zhang Heilong raised his fist and went to beat Coxcomb Brother Xiong. Chapter 38:17. It was a sudden scene. It really did scare the hell out of them. The first to be stunned was Mohawk Bear, who was pressed to the ground by Black Dragon Zhang. Black Dragon Zhang worked left and right, punching him in the face. Brother Long, you're hitting the wrong person. Stop, stop. Black Dragon Zhang was originally filled with fear towards Lin Fei. He still hadn't forgotten the power of that kick. If he had known he was here to deal with Lin Fei, he wouldn't have dared even if he was given 100 guts. What a joke, was he someone he could offend? You even dare to offend Brother Lin. Who else should I hit if not you? Black Dragon Zhang kept calling out to Mohawk Bear. Brother Lin, what Brother Lin? Suddenly, Mohawk Bear's face paled. No matter how stupid he was, he finally reacted. But it was too late. How could he be Black Dragon Zhang's opponent when he was injured? He was quickly beaten to the point of death, lying motionless on the ground. Little Fei Yu. This scene also scared Lu Qingru to death. Black Dragon Zhang's appearance and his fiendish aura made it clear with a single glance that he wasn't anything good. But the next scene completely toppled Lu Qingru's understanding. This person actually beat up Brother Coxcomb Bear. This was too unbelievable. I've only met him once. Lin Fei smiled. I'm not a gangster. I just chatted with that guy. Maybe he's turned over a new leaf. Turned over a new leaf. Lu Qingru didn't believe these words. This kind of person could turn over a new leaf. Come here. The people Black Dragon Zhang had brought swiftly knocked Coxcomb Brother Bear's men to the ground. All of you kneel properly. Black Dragon Zhang grabbed Coxcomb Brother Bear's collar and walked in front of Lin Fei. He bowed and said, "Brother Lin, I really didn't know that this guy wanted to deal with you. If I had known, I wouldn't have dared even if I had 100 guts." At this moment, Black Dragon Zhang hated Mohawk Bear to the core. They could deal with anyone else, but they just had to deal with Lin Fei, who had just left. Wasn't this asking for his life? "It's good that you know," Lin Fei said indifferently. "Brother Lin, spare me." Mohawk Bear begged for mercy. "I won't dare to do it again," Lin Fei said indifferently. "You're quite gutsy. Even Black Dragon Zhang doesn't dare to take revenge on me, but you can." "I was wrong. I was really wrong," Lin Fei snorted. "Tell me, where is Lu Qinfeng?" Lu Qingru also became anxious. No matter how bad her brother was, he was still her brother. Otherwise, she wouldn't have taken out the property certificate to exchange for her brother. Coxcomb Brother Bear had lost all his temper. He had thought that he could deal with this fellow, but in the blink of an eye, Brother Long had turned against him. Brother Mohawk Bear even had the heart to die. At the Dihao Casino, Lu Qingru shook her head. She didn't know anything about this casino. "Brother Lin, Dihao Casino is one of the 3 biggest casinos in our Jiangbei district." Black Dragon Zhang didn't dare to put on any airs now. He just wanted to avoid being targeted by the other party. "The 3 major casinos," Lin Fei said lightly. "Can't you bring it out?" "I can't," Coxcomb Brother Bear said. "I'm very curious. What are you guys doing this for so long? Don't tell me it's for money. Tell me honestly." Lin Fei's gaze turned cold. Coxcomb Brother Bear instantly shivered. It's young Master Yi who wants the lady boss." Lin Fei raised his leg and kicked Coxcomb Brother Bear away, sending him crashing at the door. "Young Master Yi, how dare you?" Lin Fei wasn't someone who could be easily fooled. He already knew that there was something unusual about this. Black Dragon Zhang, who was standing at the side, felt a chill run down his spine. It was as if he was in the middle of a magnificent army. How could there be such a terrifying person in this world? Even when he faced a group of enemies back then, he wasn't this afraid. "Brother Lin, I know about this Dihao Casino. I'm willing to take you there," Black Dragon Zhang said in a low voice. "It's not easy to enter that place without a guide. As long as you take me to the Dihao Casino, I'll forget about today's matter," Lin Fei said lightly. "Thank you, Brother Lin, for showing mercy," Black Dragon Zhang said hurriedly. "Take these people away lest they affect our appetite." Lin Fei casually glanced at these people. Black Dragon Zhang ordered his subordinates to drive these people out. As for how to deal with them, Lin Fei wasn't worried at all. "Sister Ro, you've been targeted." Lu Qingrou's face turned frosty. "Yi Qinglong, how could he do this? Even if you beat Lu Qingrou to death, she would never have thought that Yi Qinglong was the mastermind behind all of this. Starting from his own brother, he was truly sinister and vicious." "Leave this matter to me," Lin Fei said with a smile. "You helped me back then. Now it's my turn." Lu Qingrou was indeed afraid. Who knew things would turn out like this? Lu Qingrou bit her lips. "Take me with you." "No problem," Lin Fei smiled. "Thank you," Lu Qingrou softly said. 6 years have passed. You are more powerful than I imagined. No matter how powerful I am, in front of Sister Ro, I'm still that Lin Fei from back then." Lin Fei and Lu Qingrou came out of the restaurant. Coxcomb Brother Xiong and the others were nowhere to be seen. Only Black Dragon Zhang was left outside. "Brother Lin, my car is outside," Black Dragon Zhang cautiously said. He kicked the bent iron pillar. The chopsticks pierced through his palm. This was definitely an otherworldly expert. "I can't afford to offend him." Black Dragon Zhang drove a black 5 Series BMW over. "Brother Lin, sister-in-law, please get in." Lu Qingrou's face immediately turned red. Lin Fei glared at Black Dragon Zhang. "Don't shout. If you don't speak, no one will think you're mute." Black Dragon Zhang broke out in cold sweat. Perhaps because of Black Dragon Zhang's words, the atmosphere was rather awkward for the rest of the journey. You've been learning martial arts these years. In the end, it was Lu Qingru who spoke. You can understand it that way. Lin Fei nodded. My talent is not bad, so I finished my apprenticeship. To put it simply, I came down from the mountains to roam the world. Lu Qingru was instantly amused. Nonsense. But for Black Dragon Zhang, who was driving, he broke out in cold sweat again. As expected of an expert. Half an hour later. Jiangbei District, in a private club. Black Dragon Zhang took out his membership card, passed the security guard at the entrance, and parked the car in the parking lot. Brother Lin, the Dihao Casino is in this club, Black Dragon Zhang said in a low voice. Lin Fei said, All right, you can go now. Thank you for your understanding, Brother Lin. Black Dragon Zhang had indeed taken a lot of risks to bring Lin Fei in. The people who could come to the Dihao Casino were either rich or noble, and they weren't people a gangster like him could offend. Lin Fei and Lu Qingru walked out. This Dihao Casino really hides its secrets. The corner of Lin Fei's mouth rose. Little Fei, I'm a little worried. Don't worry, I'm here. Chapter 38:18. They walked into the hall. The expensive marble floor shone brightly. Walking on it, they could clearly see themselves under their feet. As for the crystal chandeliers that cost hundreds of thousands of yuan each, there were 6 of them in the hall, brightly lit. As for the expensive calligraphy and paintings on the walls, there were many of them. Walking in the hall made people feel as if they were walking on the road of money, exuding an endless aura of luxury. Little Fei, the casinos nowadays are all so. This was the first time Lu Qingru had come to this kind of place, and she was very unused to it. She felt like Granny Lu entering the Grand View Garden, and her whole body became uncomfortable. It's fine, just follow me. What kind of scene hadn't she seen in the other world? This kind of scene was no different from a child's play. Lin Fei was too lazy to look at it. He was already convinced by Black Dragon Zhang's words about the 3 major casinos in the Jiangbei district. That young Master Yi, has he been pestering you for a long time? Lin Fei asked casually. At the mention of this young Master Yi, Lu Qingru was also full of anger. Back then, he came to the store with my brother and was very enthusiastic towards me. However, I felt that he wasn't a good person, so I refused. I didn't expect that he would actually use my brother to deal with me. Lu Qingru really didn't think that young Master Yi would be so shameless. She had almost been tricked. I'll definitely have a good chat with this young Master Yi later. Lin Fei narrowed his eyes. Maybe he'll turn over a new leaf. Why do you sound like a police officer? Lu Qingru laughed. Wrong. Lin Fei said seriously. Actually, I'm justice. I specialize in making people turn over a new leaf, and I've never failed before. You. Lu Qingru rolled her eyes. When did you learn to talk nonsense? Lin Fei laughed mischievously. Imperial Casino. In a high-class room. Young Master, Lu Qingru is here. A figure walked over. There was a young man sitting on the black leather sofa. He had an imposing appearance, and there was even a hint of arrogance between his brows. He just sat there with a golden saber in his hand. In front of the young man, a young girl was kneeling on the ground, working hard. If one took a closer look, this young girl could be rated at least 85 points. Facing the person who entered, the corner of the young man's mouth curled up, revealing a trace of an evil smile. She's finally willing to come. It's not in vain that I've planned for so long. I finally have a chance to taste it. The young man stretched out his hand and pressed down on the young girl's head, his entire face turning sinister. After a long time, the young man stood up. Bring her up. Young master, that Lu Qingru didn't come alone. She came with a man. I heard that Xiao Xiong suffered a small loss at the hands of that brat. The bodyguard said. Yi Qinglong said disdainfully, Man, you clearly know that Lu Qingru is my woman, yet you still dare to act recklessly. I want to see who it is. Should we arrest him immediately? Why are you arresting him? Yi Qinglong laughed. Our casino is a business. If news of this gets out, it won't be good. You just need to arrange people to keep an eye on it. Inside Dihao Casino, it was a hubbub of voices. It was hard to imagine that there would be such a lively scene inside. Charlene had never been to such a place. She only felt that the casino was foul and subconsciously leaned against Lin Fei. We're here to redeem him. Lin Fei found the person in charge of the casino. Who are you looking for? The person in charge was used to this kind of thing. Those who lost money in the casino and couldn't get it back would be temporarily locked up, waiting for the other party to redeem them. Lu Qifeng. The person in charge took out a walkie-talkie and ordered his men to bring Lu Qifeng over. Not long after, a young man who looked very embarrassed was dragged up. Sister. Lu Qifeng was very weak. He struggled for a while and weakly shouted, "Help me!" Lu Qingru was very dissatisfied with her brother Lu Qingfeng, but when she saw him in such a state, her eyes couldn't help but turn red. Qi Feng. Lu Qingru wanted to go up, but she finally restrained herself. The person in charge said lightly, "Lu Qingfeng owes us a total of 5 million yuan with interest. As long as you give us 5 million yuan, we can take him back immediately." "Sister, I don't want to stay here anymore. Take me back," Lu Qingfeng shouted with all his strength. He really didn't want to stay here anymore. Lu Qingfeng was afraid that he would die here at any time. 5 million yuan. These few words almost made Lu Qingru faint. Fortunately, Lin Fei was quick enough to reach out and support Lu Qingru. "It's okay, I'm here." Lu Qingru wanted to slap her brother. That was 5 million yuan, not 500,000 yuan. How could their Lu family have such a person? The person in charge laughed. 5 million is not a lot. If you come tomorrow, you will have 5,500,000 yuan. If you take him back today, you will have 500,000 left. It's just 5 million. It's a piece of cake. Lin Fei laughed. Wait for us for half an hour. The person in charge's face darkened. Are you making fun of us? I don't have 5 million yuan now, but I will have it later, Lin Fei said. The person in charge was so angry that he laughed. It was the first time he had seen such a person. You still want to win money in the casino to pay off your debt. You're right. Lin Fei helped Lu Qingru out of the lounge and back to the casino. Little Fei, let's forget it. Lu Qingru smiled bitterly. This is not 50,000 yuan, let alone 500,000 yuan. It's 5 million yuan. It's as difficult as going to heaven to win money in the casino. Lin Fei comforted her. That's for others, but I'm different. Don't forget, I've been learning for 6 years. Without any explanation, he went to exchange chips. Are you sure you want to exchange for 100 yuan? At the counter, the staff was also dumbfounded. It was the first time he saw someone exchange for 100 yuan. Who didn't come in with thousands of yuan? Can't 100 yuan do it? Lin Fei raised his eyebrows and said coldly. 100 yuan chip was soon in Lin Fei's hand. I'll take you to witness a miracle. Lin Fei laughed. Witness a miracle. Inexplicably, Lu Qingru saw confidence in Lin Fei. It was a feeling of having a card up his sleeve. Okay. In the hall of the casino, there were many gambling tables. Of course, there were also many games. Dice, blackjack, 5-card stud, baccarat, and so on. There were all kinds of games. Therefore, the business of the Imperial Casino was always good. Let's play dice. Lin Fei and Lu Qingru pushed away the people next to them and took a seat. Lu Qingru had never been in close contact with a casino in her life. Don't mention this dice game. Let's put down our bets. This gambling table used an automatic clock. As long as one lightly pressed the button, the inside would shake automatically. It eliminated all kinds of cheating, thus it was very popular with everyone. Chapter 38:19. Above the casino hall. Yi Qinglong stood in front of the floor-to-ceiling window and looked down. He liked the feeling of looking down at life. You said that the kid can't take out 5 million yuan and wants to win money in our casino, but he took out 100 yuan to exchange for chips? Yi Qinglong found it funny. Where did Lu Qingru find such a weirdo? Trying to win 5 million yuan in a casino with 100 yuan in chips? He must be daydreaming. What a joke. Yes, that's what the kid means. The bodyguard said. He's already shaking the dice table. Interesting, really interesting. Yi Qinglong laughed. Let's go to the surveillance room. It was rare for Yi Qinglong to be interested in someone. If he didn't go and watch such a weirdo, he might not be able to sleep at night. It's big again. 3 rounds in a row. It's definitely small this time. It has to be small. 3 rounds in a row at this table were big. This infuriated quite a number of people. However, many people were excited. The goo clock was shaken again. Let's place our bets. The dealer was a beautiful woman with big eyes. She smiled at everyone. I'll bet 10,000. 10,000? I'll bet 30,000 on small. 5,000 big. Everyone stared at the goo clock and waved their hands in high spirit. Lin Fei casually threw 100 yuan of chips on the big side. 3, 6, 6, 15 big. Instantly, there was a round of boos. See, it's very easy to win money. Lin Fei held 2 chips in his hand, and the 100 yuan turned into 200 yuan. It won't be long before we can leave. You're amazing. Lu Qingru was very close. She could almost smell the masculine scent on Lin Fei's body, and her mood calmed down. It's just the beginning. For the second round, Lin Fei continued to bet on big. 200 yuan turned into 400 yuan. For the third round, he bet on small. 400 yuan turned into 800 yuan. Fourth round win. Fifth round win. Sixth round win. He won 10 rounds in a row. Lin Fei's 100 yuan chips had become a 100,000 yuan chip. He had bet 10 times in a row, going from 100 chips to 100,000 chip. This undoubtedly shocked the people around him. This kid is amazing. He won all 10 times. This luck is too good. Such a scene was rare. This time, I'll bet on 12 points. There were many ways to play with dice, such as big or small, odd or even, and then points. The difficulty was higher and the odds were higher, but most people did not dare to play it. This kind of point gambling could only be done by experts. Any ordinary person who played with them would die. Lin Fei threw 100,000 chips on the table, which attracted a lot of exclamations. Little Fei, isn't this too much? Lu Qingru worriedly asked. It's fine. Lin Fei smiled. I'm a very lucky person. I won whatever I bet on. The dealer also attached great importance to this round. After all, this young man had bet 10 times. 100 yuan became 100,000 yuan. If he won this time, it would be 1 million yuan. The odds were 10 to 1. 3, 4, 5, 12. Countless people were stunned when the goo clock was opened. Damn, it's really 12. That's unbelievable. What a pity. I didn't follow. Many people wailed. This was a chance to earn money. The odds were 10 to 1. Lin Fei had a faint smile on his lips. He knew what was going on inside the small goo clock. Even if it was a machine, the result would be the same. At this moment, in the surveillance room, the technician's expressions were a little ugly. Did you see it clearly? He meant to ask if there was any cheating. No. That kid did nothing. As a casino, it had invited many experts to guard it. At the same time, there were surveillance equipment and information on gambling experts. Generally, no gambling expert would come here to earn money. Is there no information on this kid? Yi Qinglong did not care. It was just 1 million yuan. It was nothing. We don't have this kid's information in our gambling list. We suspect that he's a newcomer, the technician said. A newcomer? Yi Qinglong said disdainfully. Then tell the dealer that this kid likes to pretend. Then give him a leopard. 666 kill him. As a casino owner, he naturally had the ability to control the tables. Normally, he would not do it. Once it was spread out, it would greatly affect the reputation of the casino. Yi Qinglong purely wanted to let that kid see his means. A newcomer dared to come to his casino to earn money. If he did not teach him a lesson, he would really think that he was a sick cat. Taking care of this kid would also be a blow to Lu Qingru. Yi Qinglong wanted the other party to come to him and beg him. Just thinking about it made him happy. No matter where that person came from, Yi Qinglong did not plan to let him have a good time since he came to Dihao Casino. The gu clock was ringing again. The dealer was still different from before. However, there was a flash of surprise in Na Yan's eyes, but he quickly returned to normal. For the gamblers present, no one would notice. Kid, what's your bet? Big or small? Let's buy some points. In the casino, everyone believed in luck. Seeing that the kid went from 100 chips to 1,000,000 chips, everyone was tempted and prepared to place their bets to make a profit. This was the most common thing in a casino. Lin Fei smiled and said, "Are you sure you want to bet with me? Then I'll place a leopard." 3 sixes. This time, Lin Fei placed a leopard. The odds of a leopard were higher than points. Especially 3 sixes, the odds were a full 50 times. But those who could bet correctly could be counted on one hand. 50 times 1,000,000, that was 50 million. It was definitely a big scene. Furthermore, it was on such a small table. 50 million chips was indeed frightening. Those who were ready to follow him were instantly speechless. Last time, points. This time, it was a leopard. Was there a need to be so crazy? Those who could work in the casino were all veterans. How would they know that opening a leopard was hard? Opening 3 sixes was even harder. It was even harder than winning 5 million in the lottery. Otherwise, why would the odds be 50 times? I'm not following, I'll place a big one. Young man, this leopard is not so easy to place a bet on. Lin Fei had a faint smile on his face. Beautiful dealer, please open the gu clock. The dealer was also shocked. A voice came from the earpiece. Change it to 135. In the control room, the technical manager was sweating. He actually made a mistake. Luckily, he could change the gu clock. Young master, this kid should be an expert, at least an expert in dice shaking. The technical manager concluded. Yi Qinglong sneered. So what if he's an expert in dice shaking? He's still lost to me. I can make the gu clock turn into 3 sixes, and I can also make him lose completely. He really thinks he's the god of gambling if he wants to win money in the casino. Open the gu. Everyone was excited. If they hit it, it was 50 million. It would definitely be a topic that everyone was talking about. The dealer had already changed the numbers in the gu clock, and was not worried that it would be 3 sixes. He opened the gu clock. 1 6, 2 sixes, 3 sixes. Wow, this is too awesome. Leopard, 3 sixes. The dealer stared with his eyes wide open, cold sweat dripping down. The gamblers around the table were excited. Too awesome. 1 million becomes 50 million. This kid is amazing. Chapter 38:20. 3 sixes, the biggest leopard. It was rare to see this kind of dice shaking on the table. Who would have thought that it would be won by a young man? The chances were so low that it was hard for them to recover from the shock. What an expert! This is probably the god of gamblers. In the surveillance room, the technician's face turned pale and his mind went blank. How is this possible? 3 sixes shouldn't have appeared. Show me the footage immediately. He must have cheated. This was serious. Everyone in the surveillance room could no longer remain calm. After changing the 3 sixes, he still got 3 sixes in the end. This was definitely cheating. The footage was quickly shown. Nothing. Still nothing. Slow down and find it for me. No matter how they checked, they could not find any chance of that person cheating. All of them were dumbfounded once again. This was impossible. Supervisor, this person did not do anything. I'm afraid it's impossible for him to be cheating. The technician's eyes were sharp, but he could not find anything. He said helplessly, Young master, this person might be an expert. We have all underestimated his strength. The technician hesitated. Logically speaking, no matter how good a cheater is, he shouldn't be able to affect our machine. This matter was very puzzling. Under the surveillance, they could not find any signs of cheating. Yi Qinglong's face turned ugly. The 100 yuan chip turned into 50 million in the end. This was a slap to his face. Invite him up, Yi Qinglong said coldly. I want to see this person personally. What do you think? Am I right? Lin Fei smiled at Lu Qingru. Lu Qingru also felt like she was dreaming. We really won 50 million. 50 million. A number that Lu Qingru did not even dare to think about. If not for so many people around, Lu Qingru would have thought that she was dreaming. All right, let's go redeem him. Lin Fei smiled. Yes, redeem him, Lu Qingru said excitedly. Before Lin Fei could leave with Lu Qingru, a few muscular men in black came. Sir, our young master would like to meet you. Once the black-robed man came up, he secretly surrounded Lin Fei. If Lin Fei dared to move, he would immediately take him down. Sure. Lin Fei wouldn't let anyone who dared to have designs on Sister Ro have a good life. This way, please. These black-robed men did not forcefully take him away. There were so many people present. If word got out, people would think that their casino couldn't afford to lose that 50 million yuan. Sister. Lin Fei and Lu Qingru were taken to the reception room. Lu Qingfeng shouted as soon as he entered. His voice was as miserable as it could be. Mr. Lin, your skills are not bad. Yi Qinglong stared at Lin Fei and said. This was the person who had won 50 million in his casino, and from the beginning to the end, he had only taken out 100 yuan. If he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, he wouldn't have believed it to be real. Yet, it was happening right before his eyes. If you have something to say, just say it. Don't beat around the bush. Lin Fei said lightly, I'm a very busy person, and I don't have time to waste here. A trace of displeasure flashed in Yi Qinglong's eyes. How dare he talk to me like this in my own territory? He's too arrogant. Yi Qinglong stood up, and his eyes instantly became cold. Mr. Lin, our casino needs a powerful master. I think you're a good choice. As long as you work in my casino for 10 years, I'll forget about what happened today. You can also take Lu Qingfeng away. The 50 million you won can also be your salary for 10 years. 5 million a year is not a small amount. As a member of the upper circle, Yi Qinglong naturally knew the importance of a gambling master. The person in front of him was undoubtedly a gambling master. At the very least, he was proficient in dice. 50 million for 10 years. It was a good deal. You just need to say yes or no, Yi Qinglong said with a smile. Say yes, and I can help you to your position. But if you don't agree, this world is always dangerous. You can be crushed to death while walking, and you can be hit by a car when crossing the road. At this time, Yi Qinglong put on a posture as if he had Lin Fei in his grasp. If you don't agree, then be prepared to suffer. Yi Qinglong, you're despicable and shameless. Lu Qingru scolded angrily. I've finally seen through you. Yi Qinglong smiled proudly. No, Miss Lu, you're mistaken. This world belongs to the strong. The strong can dominate everything, and I'm the strong in your eyes. Lu Qingru was very angry. Lin Fei laughed. What kind of strong are you? You're nothing. I can only say with embarrassment that I'll never agree to your conditions in this lifetime. Yi Qinglong's face became ferocious. How dare you refuse me? Lin Fei smiled faintly. So what if I refuse? You should be glad that I didn't do anything. If I did, you might not even be able to stand in front of me. You're crazy. Yi Qinglong gestured to a burly man behind Lin Fei. This burly man snorted coldly. Relying on his 200 kilograms body and 1.9 m height, he fiercely crashed into Yi Qinglong like a heavy semi-trailer. Careful! Lu Qingru was so scared that her face turned pale. Lin Fei didn't even turn his head. He reached out and grabbed. This 200 kilograms burly man was thrown out like a sandbag towards Yi Qinglong. No, Yi Qinglong's cold eyes revealed a trace of panic. Ah! After a scream, Yi Qinglong was smashed onto the ground by the burly man. Young master! Young master! All the burly men present panicked. Young master was beaten up right in front of their eyes. If he vented his anger, they would all be in trouble. Catch him! One by one, the burly men turned around and rushed over. Lin Fei smiled faintly. One by one, chips flew out from his hand. There were exactly 50 chips, and each chip was worth 100,000 yuan. Bang bang bang! The light chips contained great terror at this time. All the burly men who were hit screamed and flew backward. For a time, the lounge was full of chips. It was a mess. No more, no less. Exactly 5 million. Lin Fei laughed as he threw out another 5 chip. It was exactly 500,000. You can keep the rest as your medical fees. Lin Fei glared at Lu Qingfeng. Come over. Do you want to stay here? Yes, yes. Lu Qingfeng was scared silly. Was this the Lin Fei who looked so weak in the eyes of those years? He was too tough. Young master, you can continue to arrange people to catch me. But what if I shout outside that your casino can't afford to lose 50 million yuan? What do you think will happen? Lin Fei said with a smile. Go, go! Yi Qinglong roared. Chapter 38:21. Lin Fei came out with Lu Qingru and the others. Many people in the casino had different expressions. We're out. Lu Qingru also felt like she was dreaming. She was really scared just now, and at the same time, she recognized Yi Qinglong's true colors. Sister, I'm starving, I want to eat. Lu Qingfeng said pitifully. Lu Qingfeng had been starving in the casino. He was scared and panicked, and his mental state was also very poor. You still have the face to eat. Lu Qingru really wanted to slap her brother to death. Lin Fei comforted, Sister Ro, let's go back first. I'm going to kill him. Yi Qinglong was helped up, but he also felt pain all over his body. He could hardly straighten his back. At this time, Yi Qinglong's eyes were full of resentment, and he roared heartbreakingly. The surrounding temperature obviously dropped. The men in black did not dare to look up, and they did not even dare to breathe loudly. The young master was not scary at normal times, but once he fell into anger, he would definitely be anyone's nightmare. You go and arrange someone, I want that guy to not see tomorrow's sun. Yi Qinglong gritted his teeth. If you can't do it well, you don't need to come back. Yi Qinglong hated Lin Fei. Back at the small restaurant, Lu Qingru cooked in the kitchen. 4 dishes and 1 soup were soon ready. Lu Qingfeng ate like a reincarnated hungry ghost. Even if his sister glared at him several times, he still did not stop eating. Lin Fei did not care much. He tasted a few mouthfuls and put down his chopstick. Sister, I'm full, I'm going to bed. Lu Qingfeng put down his chopsticks and ran up. Stop. Lu Qingru was angry. Lu Qingfeng pretended not to hear and ran straight upstairs. How can he do this? Lu Qingru's eyes were red. If it were not for Lin Fei this time, Lu Qingru did not dare to imagine what would happen. But her brother did not say anything, which made her so sad. It's okay. I won't mind if the young are stimulated. Lin Fei laughed. You, on the other hand, have to take care of yourself. Lu Qingru sighed softly. Xiao Fei, I really have to thank you for today. Without you I can't imagine. It's a piece of cake. Lin Fei said. All right, it's getting late. You guys rest first. I'll head back first. I'm not going to sit anymore. No. Lin Fei walked out. Lu Qingru personally sent Lin Fei off. By the way, I'll get you something good tomorrow. Before leaving, Lin Fei left Lu Qingru in suspense. He had only thought of this when he was eating. Sister Ro's younger brother is indeed worrisome. Lin Fei shook his head. Every family has its own difficulties. Lin Fei hailed a taxi and prepared to return to Charlene's home. He wasn't picky about where he lived. Moreover, he felt that Charlene was an interesting person. After getting into the taxi, Lin Fei gave an address and closed his eyes to rest. With the 50 million from the casino, I can use it to buy some herbs and refine some pills to repair the injuries caused by the infinite divine body. At the very least, it should be completely stabilized. After getting out of the taxi, Lin Fei walked towards the Jinshan district. Just as he was about to cross the road, a black car without a license plate appeared without warning and crashed into Lin Fei, who was about to cross the road. Inside the black, unlicensed car, a cold and sinister face revealed a cruel smile. "I'm dead." The car quickly drove over. Only a few seconds had passed. The man in the car frowned. "What the hell, where is he?" The solid sound of the collision did not appear. Could it be an illusion? This wasn't the first time he had done this kind of thing. However, this time was completely different. "I have to go down and take a look. Maybe I drove too fast just now." The car stopped. Before the middle-aged man could open the car door, a hand reached in and pulled him out. "Not bad, you dare to hit me with a car." Lin Fei snapped his fingers at the middle-aged man. "Tell me honestly." The muddle-headed middle-aged man did not know that he was being controlled. He explained in detail, "You offended young Master Yi, so young Master Yi asked someone to kill you." Lin Fei smiled coldly. "It seems that you won't repent until you see the coffin." What a joke! An expert at the peak of the immortal realm was not someone that anyone could deal with. "I didn't plan to do it so quickly, but you're too disappointing." Lin Fei had many ways to deal with people. Explode. He made a handprint in the air. Heaven and earth resonated. At this moment, Yi Qinglong, who was throwing a tantrum and drinking, groaned and vomited blood. He fell down. "Oh no, young master vomited blood. Get the doctor here." The group of security guards was in a mess. Lin Fei threw him back into the car. "Drive to the police station and turn yourself in. Tell me everything honestly." Lin Fei erased the part where he dealt with him. "Young Master Yi, I'll give you another gift. I believe you'll be satisfied." Lin Fei left with a smile. Actually, when he was in the casino, he had done something secretly, and no one was aware of it. If Yi Qinglong obediently lowered his head and did not have any ideas, nothing would have happened. But he should not have had the intention to kill. "Brother Lin, there's something happy that I want to share with you today." Back home, Lin Fei saw that Charlene was in a good mood. She was eating and watching TV. "What happy thing?" Lin Fei sat down. "It's all that old woman's fault. She's now the joke of the company." Charlene giggled. Also, when she got off work, she was beaten up by a group of men. I guess she must have done something shameful. Lin Fei did not need to guess to know that it was Black Dragon Zhang who did it. Isn't that even better? Lin Fei naturally would not say that Xue Meiqi had secretly colluded with Black Dragon Zhang to deal with him. "So, I'll treat you to a feast tonight." Charlene giggled. "So polite." Lin Fei smiled. "Or do you have something you want me to help you with?" Charlene did have something she wanted to ask Lin Fei for help. She did not expect him to guess it immediately. "Nonsense, it's normal to treat you to a meal because I'm happy today." "Forget it." He could tell what kind of person Lin Fei was at a glance. "You'd better tell me honestly. If I'm in a good mood, I might even help you." "Show off." The moment Xia Lin finished speaking, she added, "You're good, did you secretly hear it?" Lin Fei was speechless. "Say it or not." Charlene giggled. "This Saturday, we're having a gathering with a few friends. Everyone brought their boyfriends. Look at me, I'm all alone. Should I?" Lin Fei burst out laughing. "Pretend to be my boyfriend? No way." Chapter 38:22. Pretend to be a boyfriend? Lin Fei didn't know whether to laugh or cry. He was an undying expert, a top-notch existence, and she actually wanted him to pretend to be her boyfriend. Not going. Lin Fei shook his head. How embarrassing. Brother Lin, help me please. Charlene grabbed Lin Fei's hand and shook it. Her bright eyes flashed, full of electricity. Not good. Brother Lin, I beg you. Charlene leaned over again, almost half of her body was on Lin Fei's shoulder. You treat me the best. A fragrance wafted over. It smelled good. Lin Fei was indeed amenable to force but not coaxing. Now that he thought about it, it sounded quite interesting. Moreover, pretending to be a boyfriend was something he had never done before. At the very least, to Lin Fei, who had a calm heart, it was more or less something interesting. All right. Lin Fei surrendered. I'll promise you. Thank you, Brother Lin. Lin Fei was really afraid that Charlene would use some big move again. When he agreed, he could clearly feel a flash of pride in Charlene's eyes. A little girl. Another beautiful morning. Lin Fei finished his breakfast and put Charlene's note aside. Perhaps it was because of his promise to Charlene yesterday. The beauty left a note early in the morning, as well as a breakfast filled with love. Is this considered welfare? Lin Fei smiled. Out of Golden Mountain District. Lin Fei hailed a taxi. Master, to 100 Herb Street. Today, Lin Fei planned to go to 100 Herb Street. To buy some herbs. With 50 million in his account, Lin Fei also wanted to think about refining some pills to stabilize his infinite god body. Other than that, he also needed to help Lu Qingru get some good stuff, which required some ordinary herbs. Alright. Jiangbei District, People's Hospital. This was Jiangbei District. Whether it was the teachers or the skills, they were all top-notch. They hired a large number of top-notch doctors. All along, there had been an endless stream of patients coming to the People's Hospital for treatment. Meanwhile, in the inpatient department, special care inpatient department, Dean Zhou Tianjing frowned. Boss Yi, this disease is a bit tricky, Zhou Tianjing said helplessly. We've tried all kinds of methods, but we still can't find the cause. We can only barely control it. You doctors are all useless. My poor son. When a beautiful lady heard this, she scolded him on the spot. Replace him. Replace him immediately. Enough! A stocky middle-aged man with a pair of cold eyes snorted, and the beautiful woman didn't dare to make a sound. Executive Zhou, my wife doesn't know how to speak just now. Don't take it to heart. It was Yi Tianxiong, Yi Qinglong's father. He was one of the most capable people in Jiangbei. Before the age of 50, he had founded the Southern Sky Group. His assets had reached several billion, and he had connections with both the legal and illegal forces. In the Jiangbei district, no one dared to disrespect him. Zhou Tianjing didn't dare to get angry. It's okay. This is normal. After all, our hospital really doesn't have the ability to cure young Master Ye's illness. As a big boss, Yi Tianxiong was very angry in his heart, but he kept a calm face. Then I'll have to trouble you with my son. Zhou Tianjing said yes, pushed the door open, and left. Dad, this must have something to do with that brat. I'm going to kill him, and that little bitch. Yi Qinglong's face was pale, and he was so angry that he spat out another mouthful of blood. Immediately, there was another round of emergency treatment. Yi Tianxiong walked out of the ward and called for his confidant. Fu, no matter what, this has something to do with that brat. Please make a trip yourself and bring him back. We'll know once we ask. Fu was a middle-aged man of few words. However, that pair of eyes exuded a sharp aura, like a knife. Just a glance was enough to make one unable to endure it. Contact Master Wang. I heard that he's good at treating all kinds of difficult diseases. Little brother, we've arrived at 100 Herb Street. 20 minutes later. Lin Fei got out of the car. 100 Herb Street is getting bigger and bigger. Lin Fei had been to this place once or twice, but each time, He couldn't stand the smell of medicine and left in a hurry. He stepped into 100 Herb Street. Many people came up to him. "Little brother, what medicine do you want? I can get it for you as long as you want it. 20% off, any medicine will do." Lin Fei smiled faintly and rejected all of them. "These people do all kinds of business." Lin Fei shook his head and went straight to his destination, 100 Herb Hall. This was the most famous medicine shop on 100 Herb Street. A century-old shop, indeed extraordinary. Standing under the signboard, the 4 words were vigorous and powerful, exuding the aura of time. Inside 100 Herb Hall, the smell of medicine wafted out. Lin Fei sniffed lightly and got the gist of it. This was not a wasted trip. 100 Herb Hall was very empty. "Sir, what do you need?" A shop assistant came up and asked enthusiastically. "I need ginseng, the older the better," Lin Fei said. "Bring me a pen and paper, and I'll write it down for you." "You want old ginseng?" "Of course, the older the better. Don't take out ordinary stuff." No one could deceive Lin Fei in terms of medicine. "Sir, please wait for a moment, I'll inform the manager immediately." The shop assistant could not handle this kind of thing. When the shop assistant was not around, Lin Fei casually glanced around. The medicine here was very genuine, and there was no shoddy medicine. It was quite conscientious. About 5 minutes later, an old man in his 60s, with white hair and a ruddy face, walked out. "I'm the manager here, you can call me Old Song. Whatever you want, just tell me," Song Deming said with a smile. "Ginseng, at least 100 years old." "More than 100 years old, that's old ginseng, it can be used in critical moments," Song Deming said. "You're in luck, we have 100-year-old ginseng in our shop. As long as it's 100 years old, the price is negotiable. This way please." Song Deming brought Lin Fei to the lounge, and he went to get a wooden box. 100-year-old ginseng, from the depths of the mountains. As soon as the box was opened, a very good old ginseng appeared in front of him, and there was a trace of medicinal smell. Just a sniff of it made people feel relaxed and happy. 110 years old, barely passable. Lin Fei glanced around and said. To be honest, he was not very satisfied. The medicinal effect was much worse. At first, Song Deming did not take this young man seriously, he was too ordinary, but when the other party said the age of the ginseng, he could not help but be secretly surprised. His eyesight was really good. "Sir, 110-year-old ginseng is not easy to find. In the Jiangbei district, even in the whole East Sea, there are only a few 100-year-old ginseng. If you came a little later, I don't think you would have the chance to see it. I'll take it. It was better to have something than nothing." Coupled with other ingredients, he could just barely refine a pill. Mosquito meat was also meat, okay? This old ginseng, the price is 12 million. Get me some more medicine. Lin Fei picked up the pen and paper next to him, and dozens of medicinal ingredients came out in a flash. Give me a set of all of them. Remember, I want real medicinal ingredients. Chapter 38-23. 100 Herb Hall was very efficient. Not bad, it's not bad. Lin Fei took a few glances and understood. He didn't do anything to it. For this, Lin Fei spent 15 million yuan. Song Deming remembered this person. He didn't even blink and bought an old ginseng worth 12 million yuan. His eyes were so sharp. He couldn't remember when such a young man appeared in this circle. "Mr. Lin, if you need anything in the future, feel free to come to our 100 Herb Hall. We will definitely satisfy you." Song Deming was good at doing business. This kind of customer must be kept. Sure. It wasn't easy to recover from the injury of the infinite god body. For a long time, he would need to buy medicinal ingredients. 100 Herb Hall gave a good impression. Lin Fei was too lazy to run. "Dr. Song, help." Lin Fei walked to the door and a figure rushed in. He didn't know if the person didn't see him or not. With a light flash, Lin Fei stood at the side. If Lin Fei didn't back down, the other person would be in trouble if he wasn't careful. Lin Fei's body wasn't an ordinary body. Shan, what happened? Song Deming was shocked when he saw the person. Wasn't this Chen Mingshan's granddaughter? Did something happen? My grandfather's internal injury acted up. I heard that your 100-herb haul recently received a 100-year ginseng. Our Chen family needs it very much. Please sell it to our Chen family, Dr. Song. Chen Shanshan was also anxious. Ever since she found out that her grandfather had internal injuries, Chen Shanshan arranged for people to find a good doctor. However, she didn't expect her grandfather to practice martial arts today, and his internal injury acted up. He vomited blood on the spot and was on the verge of death. It was said that a 100-year ginseng could save his life. Chen Shanshan was the first to come. It's her. Lin Fei heard it. Was this the violent long-legged girl he met in the park near Jinshan district? The strength of that kick was indeed strong. A normal person would suffer a lot. 100-year ginseng? Lin Fei smiled. This was interesting. Ah, so serious. Song Deming knew Chen Mingshan and had a good relationship with him. He also became anxious. Wait, you want the 100-year-old ginseng? Yes, the 100-year-old ginseng. Chen Shanshan said anxiously. What's the price? Just name it. Our Chen family can afford it. Song Deming smiled bitterly. Shanshan, you're a step too late. The 100-year-old ginseng has been bought. Chen Shanshan's face turned white. Who bought it, can you tell me? Violent woman, we meet again. Song Deming didn't say anything, but Lin Fei smiled first. It's you. Chen Shanshan turned her head and saw the guy who made her gnash her teeth. What did you just call me? A violent woman. Lin Fei laughed. She has a bad temper. If she's not a violent woman, then what is she? You bastard. Chen Shanshan almost wanted to kick him. But when he thought of the scene in the park, he couldn't bear it. Shanshan, you know this Mr. Lin. That's great. Song Deming breathed a sigh of relief. He's the one who bought the 100-year-old ginseng. You can talk to your friend. What, it's him. Chen Shanshan couldn't believe it. The 100-year-old ginseng was bought by this person. But no matter how she looked at it, this person didn't seem to be rich. A true 100-year-old ginseng was priceless. The cheapest one was worth millions. The preserved one with sufficient medicinal effect was worth at least 10 million. Dr. Song, you're not lying to me. Chen Shanshan was doubtful. Violent woman, you didn't hear wrong. I bought the 100-year-old ginseng. Unfortunately, you're a step too late. Lin Fei smiled. Why? Don't I look rich? Song Deming also nodded. Shanshan, the 100-year-old ginseng was indeed bought by him. If Chen Shanshan and Mr. Lin didn't seem to know each other, Song Deming wouldn't have said it. This kind of thing had a bad influence. Fortunately, the other party didn't seem to be angry. Song Deming secretly breathed a sigh of relief. Chen Shanshan had a bad temper. But at this time, she was a bit absent-minded. It seemed that it was difficult to accept the news. How could this be? I was a step too late. The 100-year-old ginseng was bought by him. What should I do now? If it was any other time, it might not matter. But now it was a critical moment of life and death. No matter what, she had to buy the 100-year-old ginseng. Mr. Lin, I was reckless last time. Now I apologize to you. Chen Shanshan was also a person who could take it and let it go. She solemnly said. Lin Fei smiled. You're not sincere enough. It's getting late. It's time for me to go. Chen Shanshan was startled. Go. Lin Fei really stepped out. In a few steps, he opened up a distance. You can't go. Chen Shanshan was anxious. She reached out to grab Lin Fei. Lin Fei didn't look back. But Chen Shanshan missed. She was dumbfounded again. Violent woman, you don't even apologize. I think you should forget about it. Lin Fei continued to walk forward, but his voice fell into Chen Shanshan's ears. Chen Shanshan's heart was shocked. Her apology just now was not sincere. In Chen Shanshan's eyes, this man was not a gentleman at all. Mr. Lin, our Chen family can buy it at a high price, even double. Chen Shanshan gritted her teeth and chased after him. In the entire East China Sea, there were only a handful of 100-year-old ginseng. As for the Jiangbei district, it was pitiful. The Chen family's influence was not small. But this kind of good thing, most people were reluctant to use it. How would they be willing to take it out easily, even if the price was increased? No, I must get the 100-year-old ginseng from this person. Chen Shanshan made an instant decision. She quickly chased after him. Our Chen family is sincere, Chen Shanshan said. As long as you are willing to sell my 100-year-old ginseng and save my grandfather, our Chen family will owe you a favor. This was the greatest sincerity Chen Shanshan could offer. The Chen family's favor. Not everyone was qualified to do that. Lin Fei laughed. Money? I don't lack it. I don't like favors. Moreover, no matter how powerful your Chen family is, in my eyes, it's nothing. So, I'm sorry, I won't sell the 100-year-old ginseng. It was not easy to encounter a 100-year-old ginseng. Lin Fei did not want to give it away. This thing was not easy to get. Lin Fei did not want to spend time looking for it. It was a troublesome matter. Mr. Lin, I beg you. Chen Shanshan had never seen such a person. He actually refused the Chen family's favor. Was there something wrong with his head? I really need this 100-year-old ginseng. Chen Shanshan was about to cry. Tears were about to gush out of her eyes. Lin Fei stopped and smiled. Your grandfather's internal injury should have flared up sooner or later. It's just that it came earlier than I thought. If you agree to my 3 conditions, maybe I can save your grandfather's life. To be honest, even if you take the 100-year-old ginseng back, it's useless. Chapter 38-24. Lin Fei clearly remembered Chen Mingshan's internal injury. Although the 100-year-old ginseng was good, the effect of using it to help Chen Mingshan was negligible. It would be a waste to use it. When Chen Shanshan heard this, her legs almost swept towards Lin Fei's head. Despicable! Chen Shanshan gritted her teeth. Lin Fei shook his head and smiled. No, the internal injury is fatal. You don't have to agree, it's not my fault anyway. You. Chen Shanshan didn't think that there would be such a bastard in this world. Have you thought about it? Lin Fei smiled. I'm leaving, I don't have time to deal with this little thing. Okay, you're good. Chen Shanshan had to bow her head. I can agree to your 3 conditions, but it must be within the scope. No killing, no violation. Don't worry, I won't do anything to you. Lin Fei had seen all kinds of beautiful women, fairies, goddesses. He didn't know how many of them there were. Moreover, even if she was a fairy, turning off the light was still a pile of meat. There was no difference. If Chen Shanshan knew what Lin Fei was thinking, she would definitely be heartbroken. 3 conditions are fine. My grandfather's internal injury must be cured. Chen Shanshan looked at Lin Fei. No problem. Lin Fei said with a smile, however, before that, you must first complete my first request. So fast? To be honest, Chen Shanshan wasn't prepared. In fact, she wanted to fool the other party. But now, why are you not willing? Then I'm leaving. Lin Fei said. Despicable and shameless guy. Chen Shanshan remembered this guy. Don't make a mistake and fall into my hands, otherwise I will make you regret offending me. Say it. Lin Fei snapped his fingers. I like people who can reflect on themselves the most. I want you to shout 3 times on the street. I, Chen Shanshan, am wrong, then I will immediately help your grandfather treat his internal injury. Chen Shanshan's breathing became rapid. That gaze was murderous. This is the first condition. Chen Shanshan couldn't imagine that he actually wanted her to shout this in public. Bastard. She was a great beauty. Chen Shanshan really wanted to slap him and say, I don't need your help anymore. Then she would leave. You're ruthless enough. Lin Fei said faintly, hurry up. Remember, you only have 10 seconds to consider. Once the time is up, I'm sorry. Chen Shanshan didn't leave but decided to throw caution to the wind. Chen Shanshan was wrong. There were many people on 100 Grass Street. At this moment, following a shout, many people stopped. He took the initiative to look over. When he saw that it was a long-legged beauty, his gaze suddenly changed. Continue. Chen Shanshan could feel the eyes of those people. She wished there was a crack in the ground and she could drill into it. It was too shameful. Chen Shanshan, you have to endure it. Isn't it just losing face? This is for your grandfather. Chen Shanshan kept telling herself. Chen Shanshan was wrong. Chen Shanshan was wrong. After shouting 3 times in a row, Chen Shanshan's mood became particularly complicated, especially when she was being pointed at by passers-by. Is that okay? Of course it's okay. Lin Fei laughed, lead the way. Chen Shanshan made up her mind. Once this kid couldn't save her grandfather, she would arrest this kid even if it was a personal revenge. A Ms. Perfect, she actually drove a Land Rover. Lin Fei remembered a sentence very clearly. A Land Rover that couldn't be repaired was a real nouveau riche. Get in the car. Chen Shanshan didn't want to talk to this man. Lin Fei chuckled as he opened the car door and sat in the front passenger seat. After getting in, he found that this Land Rover was custom-made. What a rich owner! 20 minutes later, the Land Rover stopped at the entrance of a courtyard. Get off. Chen Shanshan was the first to get off. After Lin Fei got off, he glanced around. The location here was very good. It wasn't easy to have such a place in the Jiangbei district. Miss, you're finally back. Master's situation isn't good. Chen Shanshan's face turned pale and she rushed in. Lin Fei walked unhurriedly. Inside the courtyard, it was full of ancient buildings, rockery, and flowing water. Everywhere was filled with the atmosphere of Jiangnan. Grandpa, you can't die. Lin Fei came over and heard Chen Shanshan's desperate voice. In a seemingly unremarkable room, there were several people standing around. At this moment, all of them had sad expressions on their faces. Chen Shanshan was lying on the bed and crying. Shanshan, cough, this is life. Chen Mingshan was completely different from before. His whole person was at least 20 years older. His spirit was very poor. No, Grandpa, I brought you someone. He might be able to save you. Chen Shanshan was anxious. Chen Mingshan shook his head. No, it's useless. No one knew the hidden injuries in his body better than Chen Mingshan. He didn't expect that after so many years, it would finally erupt. Moreover, it was so fierce that he didn't even have the chance to resist. Chen Mingshan accepted his fate. After living for so long, he could be content. Who are you? In the room, a strong man coldly stared at the strange young man who came in. Only then did everyone notice that an ordinary-looking young man was standing in the room without them noticing. Quickly save him. When Chen Shanshan saw the other party, it was as if she had grasped a life-saving straw. Grandpa, did you see him? It's him. The master you mentioned, I invited him. Chen Mingshan's eyes suddenly burst out a bright light, but soon sank again. Young man, we meet again. Lin Fei lightly said, I can only say that your luck is good. If you met someone else, you will die for sure. Kid, who do you think you are? The strong man coldly said, You must be a liar. Now get out of here. The burly man prepared to throw him out with his grappling hand. You are not qualified to talk to me. Bang! The strong man's eyes blurred. His whole body hit the wall outside and was embedded in it. The people in the room were suddenly scared. That was Chen Mingshan's direct disciple. The peak of clear Jing, one step away from negative Jing, but now… You really are a master. Chen Mingshan's eyes revealed a happy expression. I knew it would be like this. You should be glad. Lin Fei stepped forward and reached out his hand. Chen Mingshan was sucked into Lin Fei's hand. So, you won't die. Lin Fei raised his hand to slap Qin Mingshan. This slap, everyone could only see a series of afterimages, but there was a feeling of floating clouds and flowing water. Puff! Qin Mingshan spurted out a mouthful of black blood and fell to the ground. Okay. Qin Mingshan returned to the bed and felt his whole body relaxed. Grandpa, what happened to you? Qin Shanshan's face changed and hurriedly came up. Ha ha ha, too comfortable, this is the feeling of the past. Qin Mingshan struggled for a moment, got up and bowed to the other side. Thank you for saving my life. Lin Fei smiled. Well, the matter is solved. Old man, if you want to thank someone, thank your granddaughter. Chapter 38-25. Gone. Lin Fei left just like that. Not waiting for them to recover, they saw the young man's figure. An expert. Qin Mingshan's eyes lit up. He originally thought the other was just an expert, but he was even more powerful than he imagined. Quickly go see your senior brother. Qin Mingshan was also worried. The brawny man was helped down. Apart from some superficial wounds, there were no internal injuries. Big Stone, you were reckless. Qin Mingshan recovered a little. Remember, you have to think carefully in the future. You were lucky this time. If he had used some tricks, you wouldn't even know how you died. He is at least an inward strength master, maybe even at the peak of inward strength. I'm afraid he's only one step away from becoming a grandmaster. Everyone present knew the meaning of a grandmaster. Hearing this, they all paled on the spot. Among them was Qin Shanshan. Grandpa, he's at the peak of negative power? Qin Mingshan nodded. At such a young age, with such strength, he's truly a proud son of heaven. When did our Jiangbei have such a young hero? Qin Shanshan was also momentarily absent-minded. Playing around with a beauty when I have nothing better to do, it's quite interesting. For Lin Fei, Qin Shanshan's looks weren't bad, but that's all. The current Lin Fei liked this kind of method. I should get a car. Hailing a taxi, Lin Fei pondered, otherwise it would be inconvenient to go out. Also, he should get a storage ring. In the passage, a powerful force crushed the storage ring. He was used to having a storage ring, but now that it was gone, he couldn't adapt. Once again, arriving at Watercloud Street, Lin Fei's mouth hung a smile, because he planned to give Sister Ro a small gift. But just as he entered the small restaurant, the situation wasn't right. No, it should be said that the atmosphere wasn't right. Little Lin, you came just in time. Something happened to the boss's wife. Zhang An ran out, panicking. What, something happened? Lin Fei's eyes emitted a cold light. Don't panic, speak slowly. Zhang An was about to call the police, but in the end he endured. Now that he saw Lin Fei, it was as if he had found his backbone. It's like this. Zhang An explained in detail. That middle-aged man was very cold and oppressive. We could only watch him take the lady boss away. Did he say anything? Lin Fei could roughly guess who did it. That man said you should go to Nanshan Hill. Zhang An added, you must go before 3 p.m. Good, very good. Lin Fei's eyes turned cold. You dare to be my enemy, it seems that you don't want to live anymore. Zhang An also felt that Lin Fei had changed into another person in an instant. Terrifying. It was truly terrifying. You were right not to call the police. Lin Fei said. Look after these things. I'll be back soon. Then you have to be careful. I think that middle-aged man is very powerful. Nanshan. It was located in the heart of Jiangbei district. It was a natural scenic spot. In the evening, the entire Nanshan Hill was full of people. There were fewer people during the day, especially since it was midsummer. Southern Sky Scenic Spot. Lin Fei stood at the foot of the mountain. The sun was scorching and the ground was steaming. This place is not bad. I like it. Lin Fei walked into Nanshan Hill, avoiding some surveillance cameras. He shuttled through the forest and went straight to the top. If someone saw him at this moment, they would definitely exclaim. That figure was almost like a ghost. Even the naked eye could not catch it except for the swaying leaf. Fu. Full name Yi Fu. This name was given by Yi Tianxiong. It was obvious how important Yi Fu was to Yi Tianxiong. Because Yi Fu was a martial artist at the peak of obvious strength. He had killed more than a dozen martial artists who had attacked Yi Tianxiong. Since then, Yi Tianxiong had always kept him by his side. This time, it was also because of his eldest son that he arranged for Fu to come. Under a big tree, Yi Fu stood quietly. His whole body was like a javelin, as if he would pierce through the air in the next second. Coming. Yi Fu, who had been resting with his eyes closed, opened his eyes. The scorching sun of midsummer seemed to have cooled down. Hurry up, Lin Fei. Lu Qingrou's eyes were red. She wanted to tell Lin Fei that there was danger here. But she could not shout. She opened her mouth, but could only make muffled sounds. Under the scorching sun, a figure appeared. It was Lin Fei. You really came. It seems that young Master Ye's matter has a lot to do with you. Yi Fu stared at the person who came. There was not a trace of a martial artist's aura on him. No matter how you looked at him, he was just an ordinary person. But from the investigation, this guy named Lin Fei seemed to have a certain martial arts background. Seeing is believing. Yi Fu still believed his own eyes. Yes, I'm here. Finding people at the top of the mountain was not difficult for Lin Fei at all. Yi Fu's blood qi was not bad. With a slight sense, he could determine the location. Seeing that Lu Qingru was fine, he was relieved. Young Master's matter, did you do it? Yi Fu took a step forward. With this step, Yi Fu's aura at the peak of clear power was fully released. It was like a towering mountain crushing down. Wherever his feet landed, the ground also collapsed into a crack. Yi Fu's eyes focused, like two strong lights, directly attacking Lin Fei's soul. This was the kind of sight that only martial artists could see. Those who were weak were ordinary people. Just a single sight was enough to make them unable to bear it. I did it, so what? Lin Fei moved. How dare you disrespect my sister Ro? Did you eat a leopard's gall? Yi Fu's vision blurred and his mind went blank. He subconsciously wanted to retreat, but a shadow came down. With a loud crack, his whole body hit a tree. Pft, pft, pft. With this hit, Yi Fu did not know how many bones in his body were broken. How old is he? How can he be so strong? I can't even block one move from him. Yi Fu struggled, but he could not. The person in front of him was too scary. The Southern Sky Group was probably going to get into trouble. Yi Fu knew better than anyone else how powerful a martial artist was. A word popped up in his mind. Grandmaster. To be able to defeat him like this, the person had perfect control of his strength. This was not something that could be done by someone at the peak of covert power. Then there was only one possibility. This person was a grandmaster. A transcendent grandmaster. Yi Fu's face turned pale. He usually did not make a move, but this time he really kicked a big iron plate. While Lin Fei patted Lu Qingrou's body and released the seal. Lu Qingru, who was on the verge of a breakdown, threw herself into Lin Fei's arms and began to cry. It's okay, I'm here. Lin Fei gently patted Lu Qingrou's back. After a few pats, Lu Qingru fell asleep. Go back and tell the person in charge of the Yi family that I am very angry about what happened today. I will give you 3 days to either kneel in front of me, or I will flatten the Yi family. Boom boom boom. It was a light sentence, but it was filled with endless coldness. Yi Fu's blood boiled, and he opened his mouth to vomit blood. It's over, it's over. The Yi family cannot withstand the anger of a grandmaster. Chapter 38-26. A trash at the peak of obvious strength. Lin Fei didn't bother to kill him. He couldn't even resist one punch. Not to mention others. Holding the sleeping Lu Qingru, Lin Fei turned around and walked down the mountain quickly. Almost every step he took covered a distance of several meters. Fortunately, there were few people in Nanshan during the day, and it was summer. Otherwise, she would have thought that she had seen a ghost. Where am I? Lu Qingru slowly opened her eyes. In your room. Lin Fei smiled. Now you are safe, no one will disturb you. Thank you. Lu Qingru looked at Lin Fei with a complicated gaze. If it wasn't for her brother Lu Qingfeng, none of these things would have happened. Lu Qingru felt a little guilty. What are you thanking me for? Lin Fei didn't care. You take a rest first, I will make a gift, I promise it will make you forget everything. I haven't seen you for a few years, and you still know how to play tricks. Lu Qingru burst into laughter. In her impression, Lin Fei had always been a relatively introverted person. Now looking back, there was indeed a big change. People will grow up, can't I change? Lin Fei turned around and went downstairs to see the corresponding materials. Thank you, Uncle Zhang. Zhang An was also curious. Lin, are you going to cook? You'll know later. Lin Fei smiled mysteriously and began to work. Zhang An was curious at first, but when the young man in front of him started to work, his smooth movements were really shocking. That knife skill was simply amazing. Not to mention eating, just looking at his movements was pleasing to the eye. Lady Boss, why are you down here? Zhang An was fascinated, and a figure appeared next to him. Who else could it be but the lady boss, Lu Qingru? He is cooking. Lu Qingru was very surprised. In her impression, Lin Fei was not a person who could cook. But now his exquisite knife skills and cooking skills made him look like an experienced chef. Did Lin become a chef these years? Lu Qingru couldn't believe that he could reach this level in 6 years. But for some reason, she suddenly felt warmth in her heart. This kid can't be thinking of cooking a dish for me, right? Lin Fei had never been a chef before. However, as an Immortal Realm expert, his powerful perceptive ability was always successful when it came to cooking. Xiao Lin, this is a duck. Lu Qingru walked in. No matter how I look at it, it seems different. Lin Fei chuckled. It's definitely different. This is a unique skill. Sister Ro, you must taste it later. I can guarantee that you will never forget the taste for the rest of your life as the first person to taste it. Then I really want to taste it. Lu Qingru made up her mind. No matter what the taste was, she would not break Lin Fei's heart. A man cooking for a woman, no matter what, was not a common sight. An hour later, Lin Fei fished out a duck. The moment he fished it out, he saw a golden duck that looked like a work of art. At the same time, an alluring fragrance filled the air. First it was the kitchen. After that, the whole restaurant was filled with it. After that, it gradually floated to the street outside. Xiao Lin, what does it look like? It's so beautiful, and the color is so charming. Lu Qingru had never seen this kind of duck. Zhang An, the chef, was also stunned. Lin Fei glanced at the duck in his hand and was very satisfied. Sister Ro, it looks good, right? This is not an ordinary duck, but an authentic immortal duck. Putting the duck on the chopping board, Lin Fei picked up the kitchen knife and cut the duck into pieces, which fell on the plate. Sister Ro, please taste my immortal duck. There are a total of 101 pieces, also known as 1 in 100. Immortal duck. Lu Qingru had eaten a lot of ducks, but this was the first time she saw an immortal duck in front of her. Especially on the plate, the top piece of meat was as thin as a cicada's wing. Countless lines formed a looming immortal character. This piece of duck meat actually has a character. Lu Qingru walked up and smelled the fragrance. Her stomach growled. Lin Fei said proudly, "This piece of duck meat is the essence. Taste it." This immortal duck was seen in an ancient book. Lin Fei found it and planned to give it to Lu Qingru. An immortal duck was enough to sweep the food circle and easily set up a brand. This was Lin Fei's gift to Lu Qingru. Lu Qingru smiled very happily. Although the piece of duck meat was not big, it was full of endless temptation at this time. She carefully picked it up. The duck meat, as thin as a cicada's wing, had lines converging to form a immortal character. In addition, this character carried an elegant aura. Amazing! This is the dipping sauce. Lin Fei pointed to the plate next to him. The original taste is delicious. Lu Qingru was also a little foodie. With one bite, a mysterious feeling instantly filled the taste bud. Lu Qingruo's face also showed an intoxicated expression for a long time. Delicious, so delicious. Lu Qingru never knew that this duck meat could be so delicious. Thank you, I have learned a lot today, and thank you for the immortal duck. Lu Qingru said to Zhang En, Uncle En, come and try it. It's definitely a world delicacy. In fact, Zhang En was also drooling. Knowing that Lin Fei made it for the lady boss, he naturally did not dare to go up and taste it. This immortal duck is made for everyone to eat, Lin Fei said with a smile. Sister Ro, one person can't finish this immortal duck. Hearing this, Zhang En was not polite anymore. After eating the first piece of duck meat, he actually cried with joy. Delicious, top-notch delicious, worthy of the name immortal duck. Zhang En completely fell in love with the immortal duck. Lu Qingru ate several pieces of duck meat. Although it could not be compared with the first piece, it was also top-notch delicious. Little Fei, today is the happiest day for me. I didn't expect you to hide your strength and have this skill. Lu Qingru was full of smiles. At this moment, Lu Qingru was the Lu Qingru in Lin Fei's eyes. Sister Ro, I think your small restaurant should be renovated and you can make immortal duck in the future. Lin Fei said with a smile, and this immortal duck is my little gift to you, Sister Ro. Lu Qingru was shocked. No, this is too expensive. Lu Qingru opened a restaurant, so she knew the value of the immortal duck better than anyone else. If it was made, it would be worth at least tens of millions of yuan. Lu Qingru had no doubt that as long as everyone tasted the immortal duck, they would never forget it for a lifetime. It was really delicious. Lady boss, it's not good, there are a lot of people outside. The only woman left ran in a panic. They said our small restaurant has good things. Lin Fei said with a smile, Sister Ro, since everyone is looking for it, why don't you take this immortal duck and go out to advertise it? I believe the next time the restaurant opens, it will be crowded. You won't regret it. Lu Qingruo's impression of Lin Fei changed again. Lin Fei said seriously, you helped me in the past and now it's just a small gift. Don't refuse. For me, if I want to make money, it's really too easy. Sogu website. Chapter 38-27. The small restaurant became very lively. There was no other reason. Shuiyun Street, the night market street. Even during the day, many people would come to look for delicious food. As soon as the fragrance of the duck came out, it covered almost the entire night market street. Anyone who smelled the fragrance was attracted without exception. They couldn't control their feet. The fragrance was very pure, and people who knew how to eat could basically tell. They found the small restaurant all the way and came in without hesitation. They had to taste it and see what delicious food it was. They swarmed in, scaring the ante. Everyone, please be quiet. I'm the boss here. We were just developing a new dish. As soon as Lu Qingru appeared, she brought out the immortal duck. Everyone who comes is a guest, everyone is in luck. This is a signature dish that we will be introducing in the future. Immortal duck. It is fate that we meet here, so everyone can taste it for me. How does it taste? Lu Qingru was good at doing business. Her words left a deep impression on everyone. As soon as the fairy duck came out, it immediately conquered everyone's stomach. Delicious. Great, how can there be such delicious food in the world? Fairy duck, it's so delicious. When will this fairy duck be sold? I can't wait to eat it. All the customers who had tasted a piece of duck were full of praise, their faces full of happiness. How could an ordinary duck be so delicious? It left one with a lingering aftertaste. To everyone, this kind of situation was very rare. Unfortunately, there were too few fairy duck. From beginning to end, Lin Fei didn't go out at all. The taste of the fairy duck conquered everyone. He was no exception. This was a top delicacy. If Lin Fei hadn't taken it out for Lu Qingru, these people would never have tasted it in their lifetime. As Lu Qingru said, the fairy duck would become a signature dish here. At the same time, Jiangbei District, splendid villa. This was a villa area in Jiangbei District. In Jiangbei District, it could be said to be a high-end community, but it was all villas. A villa here cost at least 30 to 50 million. The better the location, the higher the price. It was said that it could reach hundreds of millions of yuan. Those who could live here were all rich and powerful. In a villa near the artificial lake, Yi Tianxiong was in a very bad mood and his face was extremely pale. Ah Fu, what you said is true. Yi Tianxiong could not believe that Ah Fu, who was lying on the bed, would end up like this because of a small matter. According to the private doctor's diagnosis, Ah Fu's injuries were very serious, and he was very lucky to be alive. Ordinary people would have died long ago. In the private doctor's opinion, Ah Fu's injuries were definitely caused by a terrifying external force, such as a car accident. Master, we have to make a decision on this matter as soon as possible. If that person comes to our door, I'm afraid that no one in the Yi family will be his match. Yi Fu didn't even have the strength to speak. His heart was filled with nothing but fear. Yi Tianxiong trusted Fu very much, but this matter was really hard for him to accept. But reality told Yi Tianxiong that the Yi clan was in trouble. Master, my suggestion is to take the initiative to apologize. Yi Fu sighed. I know this is not good, but that person, I suspect that he is a grandmaster. A grandmaster cannot be humiliated. Grandmaster. Yi Tianxiong gasped, are you sure? There's an 80% chance. Yi Fu smiled bitterly. I'm at the peak of overt Jing. Even a covert Jing expert wouldn't be able to defeat me so easily. That person is different, I couldn't even see him make a move. His strength is beyond my imagination. If he really wanted to kill me, I would be a corpse by now. I'm afraid that he purposely sent me back to bring a message. This was what Yi Fu figured out on the way back. Grandmaster. Yi Tianxiong took a few steps back. As a wealthy man in the Jiangbei district, perhaps the people below him did not know of the existence of grandmasters, but Yi Tianxiong did. When a grandmaster was angry, blood would flow like a river. This was no joke. Even though there were very few grandmasters nowadays. However, not everyone could afford to offend a martial Dao grandmaster. Once you offend a grandmaster, you might lose your head at any time. Because no one could stop a grandmaster from killing someone. Once upon a time, there was a boss with a net worth of 2 billion yuan. Just because he scolded a grandmaster, his entire family was wiped out overnight. Even though everyone knew that it was the grandmaster who did it, no one dared to stand up and say it. The terror of a martial Dao grandmaster was not something you could imagine. That bastard. There was an 80% chance that it was a grandmaster, but Yi Tianxiong did not dare to bet on it. What if he was wrong? There was no second chance. Yi Fu said, Master, there is still a way to turn this around. Otherwise, that person will come for you. Fu, I will take care of this matter. Just focus on recuperating. Yi Tianxiong wanted to slap his eldest son to death. Of all people to offend, he had to offend someone who might be a martial Dao grandmaster. Lin Fei spent 2 days in a row. He personally taught Lu Qingru how to make the fairy duck every day in the small restaurant. Xiao Fei, am I too stupid? Lu Qingru took out the fairy duck. The color was very beautiful, but it was still a distance away from Lin Fei's level. It's only been 2 days. You've done very well, Lin Fei said with a smile. Of course, he would not say that it was impossible to master the celestial duck 100%. Lin Fei personally tasted it. Okay, it's 70% of what I did that day. Only 70%. Lu Qingru said unhappily. Lin Fei didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Big Sister Row, 70% is enough for you to defeat them easily. You just have to remember that it's important. You have to control the most important part, and no one can take the immortal duck away from you. Lu Qingru nodded. After learning how to make the fairy duck these 2 days, she realized the importance of the formula, especially the core of the Chinese medicine. If Lin Fei did not tell her personally, Lu Qingru would not have believed that it was that thing. All right, come a few more times and you'll be able to graduate. Find a renovation team and renovate the place. It hasn't changed in the past 6 years. Lin Fei joked. Fortunately, it hasn't changed. Otherwise, I'd probably be at a loss. Lu Qingru giggled and rolled her eyes at Lin Fei. Don't be so flippant. Madam, someone is coming. Zhang An ran in. And that young Master Yi is here too. Go and hide. Zhang An knew that Yi Qinglong was not a good person. He immediately ran in to tell the madam. Call the police now. Lu Qingru subconsciously panicked. She was still a little scared. Lin Fei stopped Zhang An with a look. It's okay. Maybe they are here to apologize. Apologize? Zhang An and Lu Qingru were both shocked. Would such a big shot come to apologize? Unless the sun rose from the west. Chapter 38-28. Shuiyun Street, inside a small restaurant. 8 burly bodyguards were standing in a line at the entrance of the small restaurant. That mountain-like pressure and fierce look in their eyes immediately made passers-by give up on the idea of joining in the fun. They couldn't afford to provoke them. Inside the small restaurant, Yi Tianxiong brought his eldest son, Yi Qinglong. In a short period of time, Yi Qinglong could no longer walk. He was so weak that there was not a trace of blood on his face. It seemed like a gust of wind could blow him down, and he could only be supported by the bodyguards. At this moment, Yi Qinglong was panicking. No matter how unwilling he was in his heart, his father's words were constantly echoing in his mind. This must be Ms. Lu. I am Yi Qinglong's father. Yi Tianxiong had the information in his hands. Seeing Lu Qingru come out, he took the initiative to apologize. I am deeply sorry for what my son did. I am here today to apologize. Yi Tianxiong's attitude was very proper when he apologized. His gaze fell on the young man next to him from time to time. It was this seemingly ordinary young man who made Ah Fu suffer a great loss. According to the doctor, it would take at least half a year for Ah Fu to recover completely. It was unknown whether there would be any sequelae in the future. Now Yi Tianxiong believed it. This person called Lin Fei was indeed not ordinary. It was an intuition. Apologize. Lu Qingru was shocked, suspecting that she had misheard. Yi Tianxiong glared at his eldest son. What are you standing there for? Hurry up and apologize to Ms. Lu. Yi Qinglong was helped up. Miss Lu, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for what I did before. From now on, this kind of thing won't happen again. Please forgive me, Miss Lu. Yi Tianxiong couldn't figure out what Lin Fei was thinking. He still had to apologize. Ms. Lu, as a father, I should also apologize to you. It is my fault for not teaching him well. Yi Tianxiong bowed to Lu Qingru. I hope you can forgive Qinglong. Lu Qingru didn't know what to do. She subconsciously looked at Lin Fei. Lin Fei smiled faintly and said, Since he has come to apologize, just accept it. After all, this Yi Qinglong has indeed done things wrongly. At this moment, Yi Qinglong did not dare to have any hatred towards Lin Fei. After a few days of torture, even a stupid person would know what was going on. What happened to him was 100% Lin Fei's doing. Yi Tianxiong hurriedly said, Miss Lu, I heard that your little restaurant needs renovation. We have a good renovation company under the Yi family. We are willing to help redesign it. Also, we have a check for 5 million yuan. This time, Yi Tianxiong came in person to admit his mistake. No matter what, he had to appease the anger of a grandmaster. Even if the possibility was only 80%, Yi Tianxiong couldn't afford to gamble. After some research, Yi Tianxiong found that he could put more effort into this matter with Lu Qingru. Hence, the scene before them happened. Lu Qingru originally wanted to refuse. She didn't want to have anything to do with the Yi family of the Southern Sky Group. "Forget it, you guys can leave," Lu Qingru said softly, "as long as young Master Yi doesn't bother me anymore." Yi Tianxiong did not dare to leave. His gaze turned to Lin Fei. As long as this suspected Grandmaster did not speak, he would not dare to leave even if he had 100 guts. Who knew what would happen next? "Since Sister Ro has said so, you guys can leave." Lin Fei smiled faintly and said, however, "Leave the 500 yuan. Sister Ro, you have to compensate for the emotional damage." "Yes, yes, Mr. Lin." Yi Tianxiong nodded repeatedly. Yi Tianxiong personally took out the 5 million yuan check. "Sister Ro, you don't have to renovate, but you scared her away. You have to compensate for the damage." Lin Fei smiled and said, "It wasn't easy for her to come all the way here." "Yes, yes, this is a small token of appreciation from the Yi family." Yi Tianxiong's attitude was very humble. "Please don't refuse, Miss Lu." Lu Qingru hesitated for a moment and did not say anything. "You guys can leave now." Lin Fei waved his hand. "Young Master Ye's problem will be solved in a few days. This is a good time to remember, otherwise you won't even have the chance to regret it in the future." Yi Tianxiong patted Yi Qinglong's head. "Did you hear that? Mr. Lin, I understand. I will definitely turn over a new leaf," Yi Qinglong said honestly. Lin Fei did not care what Yi Qinglong said, as long as there was a next time, it would not end so well. Yi Tianxiong was also tactful. He let the bodyguards help Yi Qinglong up and turned around to leave the small restaurant. They came quickly and disappeared just as quickly. "Xiao Fei, they..." Lu Qingru felt like she was dreaming. "They actually apologized to me. Just treat it as if they were passing by." Lin Fei did not explain further. "In the future, that young Master Yi will not dare to disturb you anymore." "Xiao Fei, thank you. You are so good to me, I don't even know how to thank you." Lu Qingru's eyes also softened. "That's easy, just cook a table of home-cooked dishes for me." Lin Fei smiled. "I will never forget Sis Ro's cooking." "Ha ha, look at what you're saying." At noon, Lin Fei enjoyed a delicious home-cooked meal at the small restaurant. During this time, Lu Qingru rarely wanted to have a drink with Lin Fei, but for some reason, as soon as they started drinking, Lu Qingru was the first to get drunk. "You can't hold your liquor well, but you insist on drinking with me." Lin Fei did not know whether to laugh or cry, but he could also see that Sis Ro was indeed happy today. This was the happiest she had ever been since she saw Lu Qingru. "Sis Ro, don't worry. You will be happy every day from now on." A few days later, Lin Fei spent almost every day at the small restaurant. Perhaps because Lu Qingru had resolved her worries, her mastery of the immortal duck had improved, and she could basically finish her apprenticeship. The small restaurant also began to be renovated. Things were going according to plan. Lu Qingru was also very busy. She planned to do the renovations herself. "Brother Lin, don't forget to come today." Lin Fei, who was wandering outside, received a call from Charlene. Her voice was sweet. After staying at Charlene's house for a while, Lin Fei finally knew Charlene's temper. "Don't worry, do I look like the kind of person who goes back on his word?" "Very good." Charlene giggled. "Remember, dress up handsome." "Got it." After hanging up, Lin Fei shook his head. Women are not easy to deal with. While muttering, Lin Fei still went to the address sent by Charlene. Under the night sky. In the lobby of Juanhao Hotel. Charlene was wearing a professional uniform and high heels. She had light makeup on her face, and with her tall figure, she became a beautiful sight. "Charlene, you're finally willing to bring your boyfriend out." Two beautiful figures appeared in the lobby. The first thing they did was to rush to Charlene. "Kikianshi." Charlene also smiled and waved at them. "Sogu website." Chapter 38-29. Zhang Kuku and Anshi. The two beauties were Charlene's best friends. They came from the same hostel and were doing well in Jiangbei. Zhang Kuku was a model. She was 1.7 meters tall, and she was quite famous because she often participated in modeling competitions. And she, on the other hand, was pure and innocent. She looked weak and helpless, and anyone who saw her would want to dote on her. The three of them formed a huge contrast when they stood together. "Since you guys have boyfriends, of course, I can have one too." Charlene giggled. And she said gently, "Where's your boyfriend? Don't lie to me, or I'll make you drink tonight." Although she looked weak and gentle, she was very good at drinking. Most people would find it hard to believe, but she was such a weirdo. She was definitely an expert at drinking. "He's on the way." Charlene laughed. "You want me to drink? That's not going to happen. You'd better lie to someone else." Soon, two men, one tall and one skinny, walked over. "Miss Charlene, it's been a while." A skinny young man who seemed like he could be blown away by a gust of wind greeted Charlene. He was Anshi's boyfriend, Zhao Cheng. This combination was a little surprising. When Charlene first met Zhao Cheng, she was also very surprised. Later on, she found out that Zhao Cheng was famous for being good at drinking. He was invincible. As for who was better between Zhao Cheng and Anshi, that was a secret. "You're still the same. It seems like Xiao An didn't give you enough nutrition." Charlene giggled and said to Anshi, "Look at your man. You have to take care of him. Those who don't know might think that you mistreated him." And she rolled her eyes. "Who asked him to be such a disappointment?" Zhao Qing patted his tummy. "You can't blame Xiaoan. My tummy is disappointing. I'm not getting fat, but my tummy is getting bigger." Everyone burst into laughter. One had to admit that Zhao Qing's tummy was really big. It looked like he was 6 to 7 months pregnant. The tall man was Zhang Kuku's boyfriend, Li Jia. He wore a pair of gold-rimmed glasses and looked gentle. He was also a rich second-generation heir. "Miss Charlene, you're getting more and more charming," Li Jia said with a smile. "Thank you." In reality, she did not like Li Jia very much. She always felt that there was something wrong with the way he looked at her, but she did not tell him because she was her best friend's boyfriend. Zhang Kuku pinched Li Jia secretly. "Xiao Lin is my bestie. Aren't you afraid that I'll be jealous if you say that?" Li Jia hugged Zhang Kuku and chuckled. "I'm complimenting you, Ms. Xia, but you're the most beautiful woman in my heart." He then kissed Zhang Kuku's cheek. Nauseating. And she and Charlene rolled their eyes. At this moment, another figure appeared in the hall. "Here." Li Jia waved. "This is my friend Xia Tianyuan. He heard that there's a beautiful lady here, so he came to get to know her. I hope both of you don't mind," Li Jia explained. And she pouted, "I have a boyfriend, of course I don't mind." Xia Lin did not mind. "It's fine." Xia Tianyuan was tall and sturdy. He was 1.83 meters tall and wore a fitted suit. There was a special aura about him that made people have an inexplicable favorable impression of him. "Hi everyone, I'm Xia Tianyuan. It's a pleasure to meet all of you." Xia Tianyuan introduced himself as soon as he arrived. He was polite and gave people a good impression of him. "Handsome." And she giggled. One had to admit that Li Jia's friend was very handsome. "Tianyuan, this is the beautiful Charlene. Since both of you have the same surname, let's get to know each other." Li Jia took the initiative to introduce them. "Ms. Xia, you're so beautiful." Xia Tianyuan extended his hand. "Thanks for the compliment." Charlene extended her hand too. The two of them shook hands lightly. After Xia Tianyuan joined them, and she and Zhao Yuan acknowledged him after a few words. Everyone was chatting and laughing at the moment. "Charlene, where's your boyfriend?" Zhang Kuku asked. "It's almost time." They booked a private room upstairs that night. It would be a pity if the person did not go up when the time was up and the room would be cancelled. "He should be here soon," Charlene said. "Why don't you guys go up first?" I'll wait here. I'll come as soon as my boyfriend arrives. There's no rush. I know the manager of this hotel. They won't cancel the private room, Xia Tianyuan said considerately. Thank you. Charlene smiled. At that moment, Li Jiao lowered his voice and said to Zhang Cuckoo, Cuckoo, are you sure Charlene has just met her boyfriend? Zhang Cuckoo said, Don't worry, he's definitely a new boyfriend. No matter who he is, he can't be compared to Master Xia. I'll be happy if Charlene and Master Xia get together. Li Jiao nodded. That's true. Master Xia is the young master of the Jiangbei district. Everyone in Jiangbei district has to respect him. 10 minutes later, a silhouette walked in at a moderate pace. Xiao Lin. Lin Fei was indeed late. He could not help it. Although Lin Fei was an immortal, he could only sit quietly. He had underestimated the traffic in Jiangbei district, especially in the evening. It's normal. Zhang Cuckoo lost interest after taking a glance. At first glance, there was nothing special about him. He was nothing but normal. See, I told you that Xiao Lin's boyfriend isn't anything special, Zhang Cuckoo said. I wonder why she fell for this guy. Charlene was worried that Lin Fei would not come. She would be a joke if that happened. Xia Tianyuan's appearance made Charlene uncomfortable. Why are you so late? Everyone's been waiting for you. Xia Lin sprinted over and laid on Lin Fei's body like an octopus. She was elated. 8-pack, mermaid line, male dog waist. That was what Charlene had been looking forward to. Now, he could finally experience it in the open. Don't let the cat out of the bag. You're my boyfriend now and I'm your girlfriend, Charlene reminded him softly. Lin Fei did not know whether to laugh or cry. Don't you think it's embarrassing for you to take advantage of me like that? Lin Fei exposed Charlene's thoughts. Did I? Charlene refused to admit it. Hug me now. The conversation between the both of them was quick. Lin Fei extended his arm and hugged Charlene, the little pervert. There's a traffic jam tonight. I can't help it. I'll be early next time, Lin Fei said in all seriousness. Xiao Lin, it's not right to show off your affection in public. And she teased. But speaking of which, your boyfriend looks like he has great stamina. I wonder how his alcohol tolerance is. Li Jiao was relieved. Since everyone's here, let's go eat, Li Jiao said. Nobody had any objections. In the private room, the group of them sat down. Eat as much as you can tonight. I'll pay the bill, Li Jiahao said after they sat down. Then you're going to be a fat sheep. And she smiled. It's okay. Eat as much as you can. Li Jia said proudly. I've earned some money recently. I'm giving you a chance to take revenge. You must seize it. Brother, you don't have to be so courteous. We're old friends, Li Jia said passionately. Don't you agree, Beauty Xia? Charlene nodded. We won't be courteous if we can take advantage of you. Waiter, 2 bottles of Remy Martin first. Li Jia waved. Let's drink until we're drunk tonight. Chapter 38:30. The dinner was scrumptious. Lin Fei was calm. To him, no matter how good the dishes were, they were nothing. Moreover, they were not on the same level as the top-notch dishes in the supernatural world. To be honest, they were not good enough. This tastes all right. Try it. Charlene took the initiative to pick food for Lin Fei. Not long later, the small bowl in front of him was filled with food that looked like a small hill. Xiao Lin, you're too nice to your boyfriend. And she chuckled. Zhang Cuckoo laughed too. Be careful not to scare your boyfriend away. Charlene said happily, my boyfriend is so nice. I can't bear to let him go. I'll find another one if he does. Unsure if it was intentional, Charlene said that to Lin Fei in all seriousness. Lin Fei did not know whether to laugh or to cry. He replied with a smile, You're such a joker. How can I bear to let a beauty like you go? I have to look at you every day and play with you when I'm free. Charlene smiled brightly all of a sudden. That was the happiest thing he had heard that night. Since you're young, It's all right to call you Xiao Lin, Li Jia said with a smile. It's all right, Lin Fei said with a smile. I've never cared about these small details. Xiao Lin or Old Lin, it's all the same. That's right. Let's have a drink. Li Jia picked up his glass. Li Jia could hold his liquor well. He drank half of the glass. All right. Lin Fei picked up his glass while smiling and drank it too. Charlene picked up some food. Drink slowly. That guy's good at drinking. Don't force him. She even glared at Li Jia. Li Jia, it's my boyfriend's first time here. Don't get him drunk or I won't go easy on him. Zhang Ku chuckled. Xiao Lin, you're really protective of your friend. Of course. Charlene smirked. Li Jia put down his glass and looked at Xia Tianyuan quietly. He said with a smile, Beauty Xia, you're overthinking. I'm not that kind of person. Li Jia took the initiative to propose a toast. Everyone was chatting and laughing. The atmosphere in the private room was very good, and Xia Tianyuan was also very good at talking, making everyone laugh from time to time. After eating and drinking to their heart's content, Li Jia suggested that they should sing together. Everyone drank some wine, especially Zhang Kiki and Anshi, who wanted to go. Charlene didn't plan to go, but it was a rare gathering, and she didn't want to spoil her best friend's mood. It's rare for us to go. With me around, I guarantee that everything will be fine. Lin Fei smiled. He could tell that Xia Lin really wanted to go. For tonight's mission, Lin Fei was to act as Charlene's boyfriend. Big brother Lin, you're so good to me. Xia Lin also drank 3 cups at night, and her face had a tinge of red. She was very cute. The group found a designated driver. He went straight to the KTV. Night KTV was very famous in Jiangbei district. Our luck is pretty good. We got a private room. Xia Tianyuan laughed. If we had come a little later, we would have made a wasted trip. Zhang Kiki said happily, Big brother Xia, you're really capable. It's hard to get a private room at night KTV if you're not familiar with them. Xia Tianyuan looked proud. I just happened to know the manager here. Let me know if any of you want to sing here in the future. You're welcome. Zhang Kiki said to Charlene while smiling, Xiao Lin, you can increase Big Brother Xia's prestige. You might need it one day. And she said casually, Yeah, don't you like singing a lot? Xia Tianyuan said passionately, If you like singing, you can look for me in the future. I'll definitely give you the best discount. Forget it. I have a boyfriend now and I'm busy at work. There's no need for that. Charlene shook her head. Thank you for your kindness. It's all right. Xia Tianyuan smiled, but a vicious gleam flashed through his eyes. Xiao Lin, are you free? Help me get something. After the private room was booked, Li Jia waved at Lin Fei and said, Sure. After leaving the private room, Li Jia walked ahead. There was another person standing at a corner. It was none other than Xia Tianyuan. Brother Xia, Xiao Lin is here. Li Jia was humble to Xia Tianyuan at that moment. He was like a pug, barking a few times. Xia Tianyuan still had a smile on his face. Xiao Lin, this is a check for 100,000 yuan. Xia Tianyuan took out a check. I want you to leave Ms. Charlene immediately. You want me to break up with Charlene? Lin Fei smiled. Li Jia scoffed. Xiao Lin, look at your situation. I'm afraid you don't even have a monthly salary of 3,000. Charlene is a beauty. Her cosmetics cost a few thousand a month. Do you think you can afford to take care of her, let alone buy a house and a car in the future? Miss Charlene will only suffer if she follows you. If Xia Lin isn't with me, who else can she be with? Lin Fei said. Li Jia said proudly, Of course, it's Brother Xia. Brother Xia's family has hundreds of millions in asset. You won't be able to earn that much in your entire life. Xia Tianyuan looked down and said coldly, 100,000 yuan is money that you won't be able to earn in a few years. Leave now. Ms. Charlene, it's not something that people like you can touch. Only people like me have the right to have it. Xiao Lin, listen to me. Take the money and leave now. Li Jia was more eager than anyone else to get Lin Fei to leave. One must know that Li Jia was the one who suggested the gathering. The reason was simple. He wanted to introduce Charlene to Xia Tianyuan. As long as Charlene caught Xia Tianyuan's eyes, Li Jia and Xia Tianyuan would undoubtedly get closer. If Xia Tianyuan was happy, he would be able to take advantage of him for a long time. Now that Lin Fei had appeared, Li Jia was the first to hold a grudge against him. He acted like nothing happened during the meal. In reality, he did not want Xia Tianyuan to have a bad impression of Charlene. I don't want to repeat myself. Xia Tianyuan did not take the person in front of him seriously. But I'm in a good mood tonight. I like Charlene very much. I've decided to give you 100,000 yuan. Get lost now. Xia Tianyuan wrote another 100,000 yuan check. It was 200,000 yuan in total. Shaolin, let's go, Li Jia said. If Brother Xia gets angry, no matter who it is, they won't be able to get anything out of it. Lin Fei chuckled. 200,000 yuan. That's a lot of money. Xia Tianyuan smiled. He knew that such a poor person would give up on Charlene after accepting 200,000 yuan. I'm sorry, 200,000 yuan is too little. Lin Fei chuckled. A beauty like Charlene needs at least 2 billion yuan. Otherwise, why would I leave? 2 billion yuan? Xia Tianyuan would only take it out if there was something wrong with his brain. His family did not have 2 billion yuan in asset. Alright, you've got guts. Xia Tianyuan smirked. Chapter 38-31. 2 billion? Xia Tianyuan almost spat out a mouthful of blood. If he had that kind of wealth, he would not be interested in Charlene. 10,000 a day would be 365 beauties a year. Every day would be different. Young man, you've successfully angered me. Xia Tianyuan's eyes were cold. Now, scram or you'll regret it. Xia Tianyuan was indeed angry. Who do you think you are to talk to me like that? Li Jia stood on the same side as Xia Tianyuan and said fiercely, You better scram right now. You must know that Brother Xia can just call a bunch of people over and they're so rich that even your mother can't recognize them. You don't want 200,000. Do you really think you're rich? 200,000. Most people in the East Ocean would need 3 to 5 years to save that amount. 200,000. Lin Fei turned around and said, I'll keep it for your medical fees. Remember, don't provoke me. He turned around and left them with his back. Bastard, how dare you leave? Xia Tianyuan clenched his teeth. You'll regret it. You definitely will. Xia Tianyuan really wanted to use 200,000 to make him leave. It was the most successful method. He had underestimated the kid. Brother Xia, this kid is too shameless. Li Jia rolled his eyes. Why don't we get someone to teach him a lesson? I guarantee he'll listen to us after we beat him up with his skinny arms and legs. Xia Tianyuan said coldly, That's a good idea. I won't be able to take it if I don't teach this kid a lesson. Brother Lin, you didn't take anything? Charlene asked curiously as soon as Lin Fei returned. They said they wanted to train, so they took it. Lin Fei said casually. That Li Jia only knows how to fool people. Charlene pouted. Aren't you going to sing a few songs? Lin Fei sat down. No, I'll just listen. Charlene shook her head. Soon, Xia Tianyuan and Li Jia returned with a smile on their faces. Nobody would be able to tell that they were different. Let me tell you guys a piece of good news. I bumped into a big brother who has a lot of connections when I came back with the stuff. He said he'll be toasting later, so please be more welcoming. Li Jia said to everyone. He even glanced at Lin Fei a few times. A cruel smile flashed across his eyes. Lin Fei smiled. Toss and turn with all his might. Thinking quickly, Lin Fei understood what was going on. This was clearly revenge. Big brother? What big brother? Xia Lin also asked curiously. Could it be those big brothers from the underworld? I heard that they appear and disappear mysteriously, with 3 heads and 6 arms. Xia Tianyuan said proudly, Beauty Xia, not everyone can call me Big Brother. I'll make sure to open your eyes later. Sure, sure, Charlene said like a curious baby. Lin Fei sat at the side, not knowing whether to laugh or cry. This Big Brother isn't that good looking. Maybe you'll regret it later. Not long after, the private room door was pushed open. A few burly men pushed the door open and came in. The one in the lead had a buzz cut and a golden necklace around his neck. He had a stocky build and an imposing aura. There were green dragon and white tiger tattoos on both of his arms, making him look ferocious. Hello, Brother Leopard, I'm Xiao Xia. Xia Tianyuan said respectfully. Needless to say, Li Jia. Xiao Xia, I know you. Brother Leopard smiled, but his eyes landed on Charlene. You're considerate this time. I'm very satisfied. Go back and tell your father that there's no problem with our collaboration. Brother Leopard was very powerful in Jiangbei district, especially with a powerful backer. Xia Tianyuan had seen Brother Leopard at a few banquets. He came up with an evil idea when he was outside. Not only could he teach Lin Fei a lesson, but he could also make Charlene his mistress. Yes, mistress. To Xia Tianyuan, a woman like Charlene was just a plaything. As for marriage, forget about it. Families like theirs were well matched in terms of social status. Brother Lin, this fella's gaze is so scary. Charlene had never seen such a bold and aggressive gaze. It was as if her entire body was being seen through. Charlene hid behind Lin Fei by instinct. That was the only way she felt safe. I'm fine. Lin Fei patted Charlene. Brother Leopard, my girlfriend doesn't like you. Please get out of this room. Ha 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 ha. Brother Leopard and the hunks laughed out loud. You're asking me to leave? Do you know who I am? Brother Leopard's eyes turned cold. You'll be scared to death if I tell you. You're a hot chick. Let me have some fun for a few days. Otherwise, don't even think about leaving this place tonight. Xia Tianyuan said, Beautiful Xia, this boyfriend of yours can't do it. He could have offended anyone, but he offended Brother Leopard. I can't do anything about this. Charlene hid behind Lin Fei. We'll call the police. Call the police right now. Brother Leopard laughed out loud. Beautiful, believe it or not, the police will leave as soon as they arrive. You'd better come with me. As for your boyfriend, I'll break his legs for your sake and he'll have to spend the rest of his life in a wheelchair. Don't you think I'm being kind? Don't you dare. Charlene glared. Brother Leopard chuckled. There's nothing I wouldn't dare to do. Nonsense. Lin Fei said indifferently. He glanced at Xia Tianyuan. Is this your so-called revenge? As the younger sister, and she was the first to step forward. Xia Tianyuan, so you're up to no good. Among the 3 best friends. And she and Charlene were the closest, while Zhang Kuku had to stand by her side. They always felt that Zhang Kuku was a very practical person. Xia Tianyuan did not care. Lin Fei, weren't you acting cocky just now? Continue acting cocky if you can. You're really not a good person. Charlene glared at him. She was instantly infuriated. If you dare to touch my brother Lin, I'll definitely teach you a lesson. Charlene still had a stubborn streak in her bones. Even though the situation was dire, she still dared to speak up. Brother Leopard, I'll have to trouble you. Xia Tianyuan could not be bothered with Lin Fei. As long as Brother Leopard made a move, Lin Fei and Zhang Fei would be in trouble. Brat, are you sure you want to be my enemy? Brother Leopard glared fiercely. Apologize to my girlfriend now and scram. That's the end of tonight. Lin Fei looked at Xia Tianyun and Li Jia. The same goes for the both of you. I don't mind if you're going after Charlene openly, but I hate it when you're doing something like this. I can only say that you guys are unlucky. You guys bring this brat out for a chat. Brother Leopard smiled. As for me, I'll talk to this beautiful lady. Don't you think so, pretty lady? The few hunks standing behind Brother Leopard chuckled. Brat, come with us. The hunks stretched their hands out to grab him. Charlene was anxious. This matter had happened because of her. Don't come near me. I'm really going to call the police. Charlene was panicking. Leave this to me. Lin Fei patted Charlene. Don't you like watching Big Brother? Why don't you let him perform some acrobatics? Charlene chuckled. Acrobatics? How dare you say that? Chapter 38-32. Brother Leopard was so angry that he laughed and said while spitting out a cold breath, Good, good. You dared to make me perform a juggling act. I will give you a big present for that. No one dared to talk to him like that in Jiangbei. This guy was the first. What a fearless guy. Xia Tianyuan and Li Jia were gloating. They knew that they could not afford to offend Brother Leopard, but he still dared to put on such a show. They had to admit that they would regret it later. It would not end well for them to fall into Brother Leopard's hands. He was famous in the underworld. Forget it, because you won't have a chance. Lin Fei smiled. You guys have the guts to bully my girlfriend. Snap. Lin Fei raised his hand and snapped his fingers. Kneel. The few strong bodyguards who rushed up first, without any warning, knelt down on the spot with a plop, and a solid and crisp sound rang out. Fortunately, the private room was big, or else they would have to kneel. The burly men knelt in front of Lin Fei like wooden blocks. Their faces were blank and lifeless. Ah! Xia Lin's eyes widened. Brother Lin, this is… She could not imagine that the bodyguards would kneel with a snap of his fingers. The rest were shocked too. What's going on? Brother Lin, is this hypnosis? And she asked curiously. Lin Fei did not care about hypnosis. However, Anshi's words made sense. He could not tell them that he attacked them with his mental strength. Who would believe that? Hypnosis seemed to be a different story. That's right, it's hypnosis. Lin Fei smiled. You have good eyes. And she was shocked. But your hypnosis ability is really powerful. You can do it with a snap of your fingers, but on TV I saw hypnosis props. I'm different from them because I'm a master of hypnosis. Lin Fei lied, giving himself the title of a master of hypnosis. It's free anyway. As for being exposed, Lin Fei believed that there was no one more powerful than him on Earth. What a joke. Brother Lin, you're so awesome, Charlene said happily. Xia Tianyuan and Li Jia were terrified. Hypnotizing a person with a snap of his fingers. This method was too powerful. What did you do to my men? Brother Leopard's eyes revealed a trace of panic. The guy in front of him was actually a master hypnotist. Did he have to be so awesome? His men hadn't even made a move, yet they were hypnotized. Lin Fei said faintly, Come and stand on one leg. Let my girlfriend see what you're capable of. Before Brother Leopard could finish. He had completely lost control of his body. He stood on one leg and spread his arms, posing like a golden rooster standing on one leg. Brother Lin, his actions are so funny. Xia Lin could not help but laugh. It's like a rock spreading its wings. Lin Fei just used his spiritual force. How could these gangsters withstand it? It would be strange if they didn't fall for it. Why don't we change it? Lin Fei laughed. Then I'll show you the iron head technique. Yay yay. Xia Lin clapped and cheered. She was not afraid of anything as she hid behind Lin Fei. Both of you, go and smash him with the wine bottles. Lin Fei pointed at Xia Tianyuan and Li Jia. At that moment, both of them were panicking. Brother Leopard was a big brother in the underworld, majestic and insufferably arrogant. However, looking at him now, he no longer looked like a gangster. This Lin Fei was too terrifying. Brother Lin, we were wrong. Li Jia knelt down. Xia Tianyuan forced me to do this. And Zhang Kuku, I really didn't plan to have any thoughts about Xia Lin. Xia Tianyuan glared at him. Brother Lin, listen to me. He's spouting nonsense. I did have thoughts about her, but Brother Leopard was the one who came up with the idea. This has nothing to do with me. He was really afraid now. The unknown was the most dangerous. Zhang Kuku, I knew you had thoughts about Xiaolin. And she was angry too. She stood up immediately. We treated you as our sister, but you set Xiaolin up. It was true that Zhang Kuku wanted to use Xiaolin. However, now that he had been exposed, and he saw that the man called Lin Fei was able to make the awe-inspiring Big Brother leopard suffer with just a wave of his hand, his expression changed. Xiaolin, I'm really wrong. It's all my fault for being blinded by greed. However, it was Li Jia who encouraged me to do this. Please forgive me since we're sisters. Zhang Kuku knelt down. Xiaolin's eyes turned red all of a sudden. Tears were rolling down her cheeks. Kuku, you've disappointed me. Xiaolin tried her best not to cry. We're sisters. How could you? None of them felt good when such a thing happened to them, especially Xiaolin. If they had not told her, Xiaolin would never have known about it. She would have even foolishly treated Zhang Kuku as one of her best friends. Although Zhang Kuku would always recommend some men to her in the past, Xiaolin did not care much about it. She thought that it was her best friend who cared about her. However, now that she thought about it, it was not the case anymore. Perhaps Zhang Kuku had gotten some benefits from those men. Xiaolin, I'm wrong. I won't do it again. Zhang Kuku was not afraid of Xiaolin. She was only afraid of Lin Fei. Lin Fei was furious too. It was hurtful for them to play like this among their best friends. Xiaolin, tell me what to do with them. Lin Fei said, I'll avenge you as long as you tell me. Let her go. Xiaolin shook her head. From now on, we're no longer sisters. Thank you, Xiaolin. I'll leave right away. Zhang Kuku could not wait to leave. She did not want to stay for another minute. Zhang Kuku, you bastard! Take me away! Li Jia panicked. He stood up and wanted to run away. Kneel. Li Jia knelt on the ground again with a snap of his fingers. Xia Qinyuan's eyes were wide open and his body was shaking. Brother Lin, Beauty Xia, I know I'm wrong. I won't do it again. Xia Qinyuan's face turned pale. Lin Fei snapped his fingers when he saw how upset Xiaolin was. You guys have successfully angered my girlfriend. Lin Fei scoffed. Stand up now. Go outside, take off your clothes and run naked to the nearest park for at least half an hour. Lin Fei did not want to kill anyone. However, he did not want them to end up well. Brother Lin, isn't that a good idea? Xiaolin could not help but laugh. And she interrupted, Xiaolin, you're too soft-hearted. People like them deserve to make a name for themselves. Alright, I'm going to earn 50 yuan now. That night, a sensational incident was on the headlines the next day. A gang leader and a young man ran naked in the middle of the night. They ran for half an hour and it was a terrible influence. Brother Leopard became a joke in the gang and was detained for 15 days. Chapter 38-33. I didn't expect Kuku to be like this. Even when she returned home, Charlene was still sad. That was her best friend. But now, Charlene didn't dare to imagine what it would be like if Brother Lin wasn't around. Let bygones be bygones. Lin Fei comforted. I think that and she is not bad, she's a good friend. You can even see that? Charlene blinked. I forgot to tell you, I actually have another profession. Lin Fei smiled. I know metaphysics. Looking at a person's appearance is actually very simple. Charlene giggled. Brag as much as you can. Why don't I help you read it? Lin Fei smiled. Otherwise, ordinary people aren't qualified. I don't count. Charlene was in a good mood. The unknown is the most interesting. If you read it, wouldn't it be very boring? Lin Fei was speechless. Her words made sense, and it was hard to refute. Really? Nope. Charlene smiled and ran away. Brother Lin, they're on the news. Early in the morning, Lin Fei was woken up by Charlene. Charlene didn't have to work today. She sat in the living room and the news was playing on the television. It was the breaking news of a group of naked men running in a square last night. They deserved it. Charlene clapped and cheered. A group of bad people. Lin Fei sat down and smiled. They're considered famous now. These cameramen are awesome too, giving Brother Bao and the rest a close-up shot. They won't dare to go out for at least 3 to 4 months. It was something that could be on the news, especially in the morning. It was hard for everyone not to know them. Oh right, don't go out for now. Remember to call me if anything happens. Lin Fei said, in case they come to take revenge on you. I'll remember. Lin Fei didn't have to worry about anything. Brother Bao and the rest, on the other hand, would become a big joke in the underworld after suffering so much. Revenge was unavoidable. After breakfast, Charlene went back to sleep. Because of the morning news, Lin Fei had other thoughts. Out the door, Lin Fei hailed a taxi. Let's go to the antique street. Today, Lin Fei planned to go to the antique street to see if he could find a good alchemy furnace. It was time to refine pills. Previously, Lin Fei had tried to concoct pills, but because he did not have an alchemy furnace, he had failed several times. It was not that he could not afford to concoct pills, but that the medicinal ingredients could not withstand the high temperature. The antique street was located in an old alley in Jiangbei district. People who came here for the first time would think that they had come to the wrong place. It was the first time for Lin Fei to visit the antique street. Walking on the antique street, perhaps because it was early in the morning, there were not many people here, except for those who just came to set up stalls. Most of the items in the stalls were old. Lin Fei casually took a look, and could not help but shake his head slightly. They were all imitations, but they were good for fooling amateurs. There's even an incense shop. Lin Fei was not only preparing to buy a pill furnace, but he was also preparing to buy some yellow paper, cinnabar and the like to make talismans. Although the infinite divine body was on the verge of collapse, it was not that easy to do so. He did not have to worry about anything for at least 100 years. Making talismans was just something that Lin Fei had nothing to do, so he planned to make some extra things. For example, Sister Lu Qingru. He could give her a few talismans to protect herself. Once the immortal duck became famous, there might be some thieves who had evil ideas, so Lin Fei had to prepare for a rainy day. Lin Fei was not in a hurry to go in. He looked around a little. This shop is good. Soon, Lin Fei chose a shop on the antique street with a signboard called Fragrant Book Garden, which sold the 4 treasures of the study. There was yellow paper among them. The quality was very high. Whether the item was good or bad, it could not be hidden from Lin Fei's eyes. How much is this yellow paper? Lin Fei pointed to the cinnabar not far away, and that's cinnabar. Little brother, you have a good eye. The owner of the Fragrant Book Garden was a middle-aged man in his 50s. His face was ruddy, and he had the fragrance of books on him. Our Fragrant Book Garden's yellow paper and cinnabar are the best. What's the price? Lin Fei still wanted to find an alchemy furnace. This kind of alchemy furnace depended on luck. There were really only a few things that could catch Lin Fei's eye. As long as it was barely acceptable, it would be good enough. Lin Fei was afraid that his requirements were too high. It would be very difficult to find a suitable alchemy furnace, so he might as well choose one that was barely acceptable. This yellow paper is 3,000 per cut, and the cinnabar is a little more expensive, 10,000 per caddy. Give me 10 cuts of yellow paper and 5 caddy of cinnabar. Lin Fei did not waste any time and took out his bank card. As the owner of the Fragrant Book Garden, Chen Fugue had never seen such a nimble young man. Most people would bargain, but this one. Little brother, are you planning to take it back to draw talismans? Chen Fugue asked. Can't I? Lin Fei said. Chen Fugue laughed. No. Recently, a lot of people came to our Fragrant Book Garden to buy yellow paper and cinnabar. Later, I asked around and heard that they all wanted to use talismans as stepping stones to become disciples of our Donghai master, Yuzishan. Little brother, do you want to give it a try? Lin Fei did not know whether to laugh or cry. You've misunderstood. I'm just playing around. Lin Fei said with a smile. Master? What a joke. No matter how powerful a master was, he could not be as powerful as Lin Fei himself. Stop joking. Chen Fugui laughed dryly and realized that he had made a mistake. He immediately took the card and went to settle the bill. Donghai Master Yuzishan. Lin Fei remembered this name. Not long after, the yellow paper and cinnabar were packed. It's troublesome without a storage ring. Lin Fei really wanted to make a new storage ring, but he still had not found the crucial materials. It was really depressing. Boss Chin, are you here? At the entrance of the fragrant book garden, an old man and a young man walked in. The old man had a handlebar mustache and wore old cloth shoes. He had a head full of silver hair and appeared to be full of energy. As for the one next to him, he was a guy in his early 20s. However, his triangular eyes emitted a cold light. Oldly, what brings you here? Chen Fugui was originally entertaining Lin Fei. After all, such a forthright guest could be developed into a regular customer. However, when the old man appeared at the door, his expression changed slightly and he immediately turned to greet him. It's all because the things in your fragrant book garden are good. The old man called Oldly said with a smile. Same rules. 5 cuts of yellow paper and 3 caddies of cinnabar. Alright, no problem. Chen Fugui did not dare to slight the old man in front of him. However, just as he agreed, a trace of annoyance flashed in his eyes. Oldly, I'm really sorry. The yellow paper you wanted is fine, but the cinnabar is gone. Whether it was yellow paper or cinnabar, they were not very popular items. Chen Fugui did not purchase a lot each time. Just now, he sold 5 caddies at once and basically sold all the remaining cinnabar. How can you open your business? The young man next to him said unhappily. Don't you know that it's not easy for my master to go out? Chen Fugui repeatedly apologized. How about we delay it for a few days? What delay? Doesn't that kid have cinnabar in his hands? We'll just buy it. The triangular-eyed young man saw the thing in Lin Fei's hand and chuckled. Chapter 38-34. Lin Fei, who was about to leave, couldn't help but laugh when he heard this. Not for sale. It wasn't easy to find yellow paper and cinnabar of good quality. How could Lin Fei sell them? Speaking of which, Lin Fei still had a lot of things to do. Find an alchemy furnace. Buy a house. If it was nothing, Lin Fei might not think much of it. However, alchemy and talisman making were not trivial matters. Charlene's place was also small, so it was not easy to use them. Lin Fei had to find a new room. The tens of millions of yuan in the card was more than enough to find a house. Lin Fei was not in the mood to waste time here. Chen Fugui's face became even more embarrassed. There was a new guest over there. From the way he worked, it could at least prove that he was not an ordinary person. Not everyone could draw talismans. Because of this, those who could draw talismans were very powerful. Moreover, this was a big business, a long-term business. Chen Fugui's business was with frequent customers. Forget about the newcomer. However, Chen Fugui did not dare to offend this old man. He was a real feng shui master. Although he was not very famous, he was still a very powerful existence in the Jiangbei district. Many high officials and nobles worshipped him. After making his choice, Chen Fugui still chose not to offend the old man. Young man, I'm really sorry. I remembered this cinnabar wrongly. It was actually prepared for elderly. Chen Fugui corrected himself. I made a mistake. I'm willing to compensate you with 10,000 yuan. What do you think? Using 10,000 yuan to get back the cinnabar without offending masterly, Chen Fugui did not feel distressed at all. Kid, give it to me. The triangular-eyed young man walked over and reached out to take the cinnabar. He seemed to think that Chen Fugui would hand over the cinnabar. Yellow paper, cinnabar, you want to draw talismans too? Save it. Get lost. Lin Fei said lightly. The triangular-eyed young man's face darkened. Kid, how can you say that? Kneel down and apologize to me immediately. Elder Li's eyes turned cold. Didn't you hear my disciple's words? Chun Fugui was shocked and quickly said, Young man, listen to me and apologize to Mr. Li immediately. Do you know who he is? He is the metaphysics master of our Jiangbei district, a guest of high officials and nobles. It's hard to get a divination even with 1,000 gold coins. Others might not know how powerful Li Shan was, but Chun Fugui did. The Li family was also a prestigious family in the River North district. Their overall strength was not as good as the Yi family, but their influence was not inferior at all. As long as Li Shan was around, the Li clan would forever be a great clan in the River North district and even the East Sea. The triangular-eyed young man snorted coldly. Nowadays, buying some yellow paper and cinnabar and thinking of drawing talismans in order to reach the sky in a single bound, don't you know whether you have the ability to do so? Lin Fei was speechless. Buying yellow paper cinnabar would cause such a thing to happen. Scram! Lin Fei said lightly, a good dog doesn't block the way. You're courting death. The triangular-eyed young man was angry. After knowing his master's name, he still dared to talk to him like this. Did he eat a bear's heart and a leopard's gall? Kneel. The triangular-eyed young man took a step forward, his body exuding a gloomy and cold aura as he threw a punch. The speed of this punch was extremely fast. No one would have thought that this triangular-eyed young man was actually a martial artist. However, a foot was faster than his opponent and kicked the triangular-eyed young man's stomach. Bang! The triangular-eyed young man flew backward. Nowadays, anyone dares to jump out and put on airs. Lin Fei said lightly, Old man, don't you think so? Chun Fugui's face turned pale. It's over. The triangular-eyed young man was Li Shan's last disciple. He had always been doted on and basically brought him along when he went out. However, now that he was kicked away, and it seemed that his injury was not light, how could Chun Fugui not panic? He immediately ran to support the triangular-eyed young man. It hurts so much. The triangular-eyed young man pushed Chun Fugui away, his gaze becoming cold and terrifying. You dare to hit me, I'll make you regret it. Li Shan's expression also became unhappy, but he did not stop him. The young man in front of him did not have the aura of a martial artist. Perhaps he just had a fast reaction. There was nothing to be shocked about. The triangular-eyed young man pounced forward again. However, this time, his eyes actually turned white, and his body also had a chilling aura. Pretentious. Lin Fei shook his head and struck out with his palm. The triangular-eyed young man flew backward like a sandbag. The triangular-eyed young man fell to the ground, unable to exert any strength in his body, as if all his bones were broken. Master, I feel so uncomfortable, quickly take revenge for me. The triangular-eyed young man's gaze became resentful. This time, Li Shan's expression really changed. Because just now, his last disciple had used the bewitching eye, which was a kind of metaphysical attack. As long as it was a person, they would lose control of their entire body and become a walking puppet. This kind of metaphysical secret technique was usually not easily taught to outsiders. Once it was used, it was basically impossible to defend against. This was also the reason why Li Shan did not make a move. His own disciple would definitely win, so he would not make a move. However, the scene in front of him really subverted his understanding. Which family's disciple are you from? Li Shan's expression darkened, and a cold light shot out from his eyes. The Chun family martial arts dojo, or the Wang family martial arts dojo. The strength of that palm was definitely not something that an ordinary person could hit out. However, Li Shan could not see through it, and only knew that the palm's strength was very strong. No family, Lin Fei said with a smile. If you don't plan to make a move, then I'm preparing to leave. Li Shan was instantly infuriated. You injured my disciple, and you still want to chase me away. Li Shan sneered. How can there be such a good thing in this world? Why bother? Lin Fei shook his head and took a step forward, arriving in front of Li Shan, and greeted him with a palm. I like to respect the old and cherish the young, but unfortunately, someone just has to pretend. Li Shan's vision blurred, and he directly smashed into the triangular-eyed young man. Does it feel good? Did you break any bones? Lin Fei said with a smile. You guys should be glad that my temper is good now. Cough, cough, cough. Li Shan could not move, and his qi and blood were surging. He did not dare to speak again, because once he vomited blood, he would be injured, and it would be a great loss. He could only look at him helplessly. Little brother, hurry up and leave, Chen Fugui said in a low voice. Master Li has many friends, and I'm afraid he will cause trouble for you. Whatever. Lin Fei really did not care. Snatching my cinnabar, and you think it's reasonable? By the way, is there a place in the antique street that sells alchemy furnaces? Lin Fei asked. Chen Fugui sighed in his heart. You want an alchemy furnace? Then you have a good day. I heard that the 100 Treasure Pavilion has many good things today, and there might be an alchemy furnace. You can go and try your luck. An alchemy furnace appeared last month. Then I have to go and see. Chen Fugui told him the address, and in his heart, he admired this little brother. It was really rare to see someone so calm after offending Master Li Shan.